Hello, everybody.
Yo, what's up?
Welcome to the Anime Mystics podcast. I am Roman.
I am half awake, Steven Sonosuke-sama.
Yeah, you went to bed late
Yeah.
and had to get up early, so
Yeah.
not a good combination.
Yeah. The weeb life never ends.
Right. So this is going to be our thoughts on the summer anime season so far. We're pretty much watching the same stuff. I think we pretty much got it now where we're basically watching the same shows so that we can at least discuss them.
Yeah.
Although I think there is one or two shows you're watching that I'm not watching, and there's a show I'm watching that you're not watching.
Sounds about right. And I'm not caught up on Goro Pico either, but that'll be fixed by the next recording, that's for sure.
I mean, when they're 3 minutes,
yeah,
you can just sit down for like a half hour and watch them really fast.
Right.
Okay, so before we get into that, updates. First, you might notice that releases have been coming out rather slowly. I've been recording everything. They're coming. It's just that it takes a little bit for the subtitles as usual. I got like 7 or 8 episodes uploaded, but not public yet. So they're on their way. I'll be releasing them gradually, so they'll be coming out throughout the week. 2, Sano brought up Garbo Pico. In regards to that, I'm going to start releasing episodes for that every 3 episodes. That way it's not just one like 5-minute video randomly in the middle of all these other ones. You get at least a 15-minute video. So every 3 weeks I'm going to upload a video for that. But other than that, those are all the updates.
Cool.
Did it really quickly this time.
Yeah, we last night. The reason why, and I think Roman too is also kind of like sleep deprived, is we were on the chat and we were just talking about we were rolling and chatting, and then other people were also in the
FGO's chat channel.
Yeah. And it was late. It was 1 a.m. when we did it right after maintenance. So maybe next time we'll just wait till like the next day or something. But still, it was good because you saw everybody just chatting and getting salty and what were you looking for and all that. It was cool.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the things that I would like to see going on. Activities like those, kind of expand on the community. So it kind of we branch out a bit more. So we'll keep looking into doing community events, as I like to call them, like that.
Right.
So next time, we won't do it at 1 a.m. We'll see what happens.
Yeah,
or maybe or maybe we will. We'll just see what happens anyways.
We'll get all those night owls out.
Yeah.
Onto the Discord.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I think it was like, other than us, 3 other people.
Yeah. Yeah. All the FGO guys, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
The FGO normies are all in chat. We're all getting salty, showing off our roll results.
And one newbie.
Yeah.
Because he said he only started a couple months ago.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's a good time.
So welcome to hell.
Yeah. Oh, man. But yeah. Yeah. It's, yeah. Now, I do remember the comments of the waifu episode. The one guy actually said, he's like, oh, you guys should do a Fate episode. And I'm like, oof. I don't even know where you would begin on something like that. You could just like pick off a jumping off point and then just go from there. So
for what, Fate?
Yeah.
Yeah. I had a couple ideas for Fate actually. But we'd have to really think about how we'd do it.
Yeah.
Well, except for one of them. One of them would be easy. It was basically a waifu episode, but just Fate. Because there's so many servants and everything, you can't have just one. I got one for each class.
I think that's more appropriate, actually.
Plus runner-ups.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, that's not a bad idea.
And I was also thinking maybe like an episode for beginners into Fate, like kind of like an intro to the Fate series.
Mm-hmm.
kind of give people background on like the lore and the servants and stuff like that. Not necessarily FGO, just like Fate Stay Night, stuff like that.
Well, good luck when you have to explain Mordred.
Well, that's more Apocrypha.
You have to explain Stay Night Mordred, not Prototype. People were still asking that too. They were like, "Well, in Prototype out," and that's like Prototype is a lot more easier to explain. You just put a sleep spell, and then and then there you go, Mordred. But yeah. But when you try to do like the Stay Night or Apocrypha explanation of Mordred, it gets bizarre. But
yeah, I've read a little bit about that.
Yeah, but I'll leave it at that. We'll get into that on the appropriate time.
Yeah. Sure, there's a bunch of different episodes we could do for Fate.
Yeah.
I've been writing down a bunch of ideas, not just for Fate, but like just in general, like stuff we could do for this. I'll send you the list when I got a bunch more. So you get your take on them.
I'm down. Let's go. So yeah, that was good. So we'll keep working on stuff like that and reactions and not getting copyright strikes.
Yeah.
Or
claims. I did actually get a claim recently on Misfit of Demon Lord Academy episode 4, but that was my fault. I forgot to cut out the audio. So Sony Music Japan was claiming my video. I was like, why? There's nothing in this video. There's no audio. There's no video. What are you claiming? And then I listened to it and I was like, oh, I didn't cut out the audio. Well, I'm an idiot. So I had to go back and re-edit it, re-render, and re-upload, and now it's fine. So that'll be up soon.
So the Sony overlords were happy.
Yeah, the Sony overlords got what they wanted. It didn't like block it everywhere. There were like 29 countries, but I'm sure it was the major countries. Like the US and Japan and Canada and Mexico and Germany and New Zealand.
All those capitalist countries. Gotta get paid.
I know, right? Oh, man. Like you're blocked in 29 countries. Everybody else can see it, though.
Yeah. Well, how do I get blocked in the other 29? Throwing out that number out there. Yeah.
So, yeah, that'll be up soon.
Cool.
With episode 3, because I don't think I've released episode 3 either.
And that's one of the shows we're talking about today, huh?
Yeah, that is one of the shows we're talking about today.
Good, because, I'm still kind of... Yeah. There's some funny moments to it, but we'll get into it when we get there.
All right.
So check those out. Gato Pico will be in batches now.
Yes.
And we got more stuff coming down the pipe.
Mm-hmm. So. And we're still coming up with ideas for the podcast. Kind of freshen things up a bit.
Cool.
Because, I know we only talk about the weekly anime.
It's what's hot.
It is.
It's what's hot and interesting.
All right. Do you have anything else?
No, I'm ready to go.
All right. So, say 50.
Yep.
No, I wasn't calling you over to pet you. Sorry, Cat.
Cat wants to get in on this too.
All right. So
we got Monster Girl Doctor.
Monster Girl Doctor.
Guren Sensei.
Yes, Glenn. Or whatever you want to
Guren Sensei.
Grendel.
I don't know if we're going to get a Grendel. That'd be interesting. So, a couple years ago, we lived with Monster Girls. Then, last season, we reviewed Monster Girls. And now, this season, we are curing them. And it's interesting too to me that it's like it tries to be wholesome. It's all like, okay, this kind of seems innocent, and then he somehow manages to always get them to moan.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, there goes that. It was like, so I'm like, I'm not sure if it's trying to be serious and like warm and heartfelt, or if it's just trying to be ecchi, like all the rest of them were.
I think it's trying to slide that ecchi stuff in there while also being wholesome.
Yeah.
It's like, we're going to give you a nice little Monster Girl show, but no. Oh, wait. He's sticking his fingers in the mermaid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, her gills anyway, to get your minds out of the gutter.
I never knew that putting horseshoes on a centaur could be erotic.
Right?
Oh my goodness. Best girl, by the way. Although I spoke too soon. I met Spider, and I'm like, maybe I'm a spider. Again.
Was this in episode 3?
Yeah, episode 3.
Where
the brief meeting with Spider.
What is it? Lamia's drinking buddy?
Yes.
Who wanted to come and meet the doctor?
Safi.
Yeah, Safi. I can never remember her name.
Yeah, that's fine. I only remember it because she became kind of a badass in the most recent episode. So.
Oh yeah.
She gets a little bit more of backstory. You learn that she's not just one of those like, oh sensei, ah. Yeah, there's a little bit of depth to her too.
Okay. Because so far that's what she seems to be.
Yeah, I was surprised when you were like, yeah, I'm not a fan. Like, what's up with that? I figured she would have been up your alley.
Yeah, I don't know. The first couple episodes where she was a big part of them, I didn't really like those episodes. And I usually like Lamia characters. But I usually like them, but they never end up being my favorite. Like Monster Musume. I like Mia, but Lala was my favorite. The Dullahan. I still haven't watched Ishizoku Reviewers, so I don't have a favorite from that yet. And on this one, I don't know. We've only seen 3 of the other girls, except for the spider, but she wasn't a patient.
Yeah, she was basically a cameo for now.
But it looks like we're gonna get another spider going by the opening. Basically, what it looks like to me is just Monster Musume with a doctor involved.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
A watered down version of Monster Musume.
Yeah, correct. And no Amamiya Sora, because she comes in another anime we're talking about today. So
yeah, why was she? Oh, she was Mia, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was Mia.
Okay, I remember you bringing that up before. Yeah. So we had Aqua Mia. It's probably why I like her, but didn't know.
Everyone wants to talk smack about Aqua until they need her.
Right.
And then she all of a sudden becomes best girl.
But yeah, I mean, I haven't watched the latest episode, so I'll have to watch that this week. But when she wasn't too involved, episode 3, because she was mostly at the office, I thought the show was a lot better.
Wow. Yeah, I didn't really have a problem. Like, there's some of the Monster Girl characters, like in Interview with the Monster Girls with the doctor and the vampire.
Right.
She was kind of like, always like, hey. It was like, that the way she was written was like, oh, I have to be in the spotlight. I'm the main character. I'm not going to let you forget it. And I still really, really like that show. Obviously, Succubus Saki Sensei is the best girl, but it still was kind of like that. And then it's the same thing with Monster Musume, where it was like Mia was always like, her jealousy would always get in the way, and she would just be in your face. But I don't know, I didn't really get those same kind of vibes. So I like Safi. I think Safi is okay. I can see why she would be a little bit of a turnoff, but I think it's because she doesn't get full on Mia, and she's actually a capable nurse. I think that's why I approve.
Doctor.
Yeah. Nurse. Assistant. I meant assistant, but doctor, yes.
Yeah, I was actually wondering about that in one episode. I think it was episode 2. Because they never actually stated that she was a doctor until then.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they both trained at the same time, and they both were under the same Cthulhu.
Yeah, Cthulhu. The octopus.
Apparently, she's voiced by Yukina, so if you're a Hokusai or a C2 fan... Yukina, yeah.
Who's that?
The C2 from Code Geass.
Ah,
and a Hokusai, or, Ui in FGO.
Okay.
So if you're a fan of hers, there you go.
Well, I do like CC.
Yeah.
I call her CC. Not C2. People kept trying to correct us when me and my cousin were watching that.
Really?
I like CC better, so I'm going with that.
Where did they call her CC in the English dub, or where did CC come from?
It's just a C and a C. So I just say CC. But apparently it's pronounced C2.
Yeah, that's how the Japanese labeled it. But the English subtitles, and even in like the official subtitles, they always did C.C.
Yeah. So that's I just call her CC. And I guess it upsets some people.
Not as much as you being a Ren fanboy, but we'll get to that.
I mean, Amelia?
Yes. Yes.
I was like, did you say Rem?
Yeah, I did say Rem. Yeah. We'll get to your pastime of triggering Rem fanboys, but for now, yeah.
There was a couple of things that did bother me about episode 2, though. Well, one thing anyway.
Okay.
Well, he was helping the mermaid, right?
Okay.
And apparently, the mermaid that was pulling their boat couldn't leave because if he did, the boat would have gone out of control, basically, because of the current, right?
Okay.
But for some reason, the doctor was able to swim in this water to go save the mermaid.
It's a doctor thing. You've never seen getting swim training when in medical school?
No.
Well, I mean, if you ever played Trauma Center taught you how to defuse a bomb with medical tools, so with a scalpel. So swimming in dangerous currents, I'm sure they have a class or two on that. You can defuse a bomb. You can swim in torrential torrents.
Wow.
Yeah, I have nothing. I don't know what to tell you about that one. No, I mean, I thought you were honestly going to be like, how come she was talking in Japanese perfectly fine, but when she's singing, she sings with an English accent?
Oh, no, they do that kind of thing all the time in anime, so that I don't even notice that anymore.
Yeah.
That thing of him swimming in really strong currents to save the mermaid got me. Like, really? And you didn't jump in to save the kid?
And it's also funny, too, how inconsistent Safi's tail is.
How long it is?
Yeah. It's like sometimes it's like maybe like 3 feet. So other times it's like 12. There's just no consistency. It's like, where did she hide that thing?
Yeah.
But
she pulled him way out into the water.
Yeah. So it's like, it's just the Farfanugit. It's just whatever the plot needs it to be.
Yeah. It's kind of like Superman.
Yeah. But I mean, I guess that is kind of true though, right? Because snakes can like dislocate bones or something to kind of stretch themselves out, right? Maybe that. I don't know.
I don't know about the stretching. I know they could dislocate their jaws.
Okay.
To eat whatever they need to fit in their mouth.
Okay.
I'm not sure about the body though.
Okay.
I'll have to look that up.
Make sure you're looking up Lamia anatomy though.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe I should just buy the Monster Girl encyclopedia then.
There you go.
That should give me all the information I need.
I'm sure it's accurate.
We get both volumes.
Oh, there's multiple?
Yeah, there's 2.
Oh, goodness.
I've been wanting to buy them, but,
right.
More important things like figures.
It's true. This is true. Which I would agree with you if they didn't keep getting stuck in Japan. But that was my first world problem.
Yeah. I mean, I got 2 figures stuck in Japan from Good Smile. But, I mean, it should be 3 because I got Nadeshko I got to pay for.
Oh. Well, what we should do is we should go contact Guren Sensei, and he can just swim the bitch over.
Yeah.
Because the tides and the torrents and all that, that's nothing to him.
Nothing to him. He's a super doctor.
Yeah.
So, what have we seen so far in this? We've seen a mermaid, a centaur, a flesh golem.
Not
is that what she was
Frankenstein
called?
Is trademarked, so you can't call her Frankenstein.
Yeah, and even in this one, she was way different from Frankenstein because her body parts had separate, like, minds of their own. Because they were still, I guess,
they carried the memories of the bodies that were the people they came from originally.
Yeah. We've seen a slime.
Yep.
Because that was at the beginning of episode 3, and an arachne, which is what I'm going to call them until we have an actual name for those spiders.
I think she does because they said all their names in the opening credits, and then I was going to say in the most recent episode, but you haven't seen it, so.
And we haven't seen I don't know, maybe the harpy is in there. I don't know.
That's the next episode.
That's the next episode? Okay.
So but they haven't named them yet. So I didn't know that Centaur Girl was going to come back. I was just like, oh, but then she came back in this week's in episodes 3 and 4. So I guess she is going to be a recurring role.
Well, I hope so. I mean, they have them in the opening. Why are you just going to show them in the opening and be like, oh, they get just one episode?
Yeah.
And then you're never going to see them again.
Yeah, I honestly thought that's what they were going to do. But it seems like right now they're doing still character introduction, so they're all still kind of coming together. So
They better hurry because there's a lot of them.
Yeah.
And they're only doing like one an episode.
Well, remember Rhaenyra in Monster Musume? When she showed up, like episode 6 or 7? Like, hell, late.
Yeah, but she was also one of the last, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Except for Lala. I think she came
Lala
later.
It was like episode 10. Like, she didn't get anything. But yeah, Rhaenyra.
Even in the manga, she doesn't show up too often.
Oh.
But when she does, it's a great episode, great chapter.
Yeah. Portable head.
Like I know in one, she turned a girl in a hospital into a zombie.
Jeez.
She felt bad for her because she was going to die. So she took one of the zombie girl's teeth and turned him into a zombie.
Wow. To that shows that'll never get a second season.
It needs a second season.
It does.
There's still plenty of story, guys. Come on.
No, you get Monster Girl Doctor. Okay, we want Mia. Safi? No. Mia. Sora, Mia Sora. Get her back. She did a great job. Safi. Monster Girl Doctor. No. Monster Musume. No. Monster Girl Doctor.
Okay. Well, we've got watered down Centaur.
What's funny is the centaurs are always the knights. Oh, they're always like knight characters. I was like, okay. All right. Okay.
I need to reread Monster Musume because I don't remember a lot of their names. Arachne, Sue, Poppy, Mia. I don't remember the centaur's name. I don't remember the mermaid.
Saria. Centauria was her whole name, but Saria is the short name. Yeah.
What was the mermaid's name?
Lala.
No, Lala was the Doulahan.
Oh yeah, no. Start with an M. Yeah. Yeah.
Let's take advantage of this computer that's in front of us.
Yeah. Mary? Mare something? She was like, oh, she loves tragedies. I was like, oh.
Yeah, she wants to be NTR'd. Right?
Yeah.
The side girl.
Side fish.
Oh, yeah, I understand that there's a content warning here.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Morone? Morone.
Yeah, Morone. And there it is. I knew it was an M. I was like, yeah. See?
Yeah.
There's all the same. There's literally all the same ones that are in Monster Girl Doctor.
Yeah. We got the Lamia, we got the Centaur, Harpy,
yeah.
We got a mermaid. We saw a slime. We got a spider.
Yep.
We just need the Doulahan.
So yeah, you're right. This is the best way to put it. Is just PG-13 Monster Musume. That's Monster Girl Doctor.
And actually, even later on in the manga of Monster Musume, there is an octopus girl. So Cthulhu.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dr. Cthulhu.
She was actually an equal with the Arachne in the bondage section.
Oh, whoa, man. Hey, that's...
Because they kept trying to tie each other up.
Man. You're treading into my territory now. Spider on Cthulhu action.
Yeah, I was dealing with the mermaid. It was her arc.
Interesting.
Well, I think when I stopped reading, basically they were getting permission from all of their parents to marry this dude.
Okay.
So every girl had their arc where they would have to go through something to get their parents' approval. Mia was easy. They didn't really care. They were like, yeah, go ahead. We like him. Bring him to the Horde.
Wow. Wow. Remember Agent Smith? That's Kobayashi Yu. I had to keep telling her because everyone's, the waifu wars. Everyone's like, oh, best girl. And I'm like, you guys can't pick the human. All right? It's a series about monster girls. You can't pick the human.
And I chose Lala, who's not a human, but close enough.
Yeah.
But if I had to pick one of the actual monster girls, it would be Mia. Like the ones that actually look like a monster girl.
I mean, no, that's fine. Lala is perfectly acceptable. Because that's the rules. Is you just can't pick like Agent Smith. It'd be like, that's normal.
And you know why I chose Lala?
Why?
Because she's a chuny. I've mentioned it before. I like the chuny characters.
Is that why you like Amelia? Because she pretends to be a hero?
Well, she tries.
Fair enough. I don't know if we're going to get Dullahan in this one.
I don't know. It doesn't look like it.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to.
And if we do, it'd probably just be like the slime, where it's just a one scene thing. I wouldn't doubt it if that's what happens.
Yeah, I like too how they also said it was like, oh, my name is Galen or Guren, and it's a Far Eastern name, and I'm like, really?
Yeah, I didn't know the Far East had Glenn as a name.
Galen, Guren, okay. It sounds pretty Western to me, but I don't know. It shows you how limited my knowledge is. Okay.
I guess Far East for their world.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's the Flesh Golem's name was Kunai. I was like,
Kunai.
Original.
Yeah.
And her sister is going to be called Dagger or Katana.
Caltrop.
Caltrop. The little sister.
Yeah.
But yeah. I'm still going to watch it. I'm still interested. I like it.
Well, I'm going to watch it. I mean, if you said that she gets a little backstory in episode 4, then maybe that'll make me change my mind about her. So, we'll see.
Yeah, I think there's still enough time for you to become a Safi guy.
A Safi guy?
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. I only know she needs to stop getting jealous over everything. He's a doctor, for God's sakes.
Actually, I like that she actually drinks. I appreciate that. Maybe that's why I'm so gentle with Safi.
Because she's an alcoholic?
Yes.
She drinks her pain away.
That's right.
And then she pretends to be pregnant. As far as I know.
Yeah, I'm not gonna address that question. Maybe on the next episode we'll talk about that. But yeah.
It was just a little weird to me that she just all of a sudden, oh, I'm pregnant.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I saw you this afternoon.
Yeah, he got the Mordred.
Wow. Okay. We got homunculus.
Yeah.
Alright. You got anything else?
I'm good. Leave it at that. Leave it on the Mordred.
We actually kept that pretty reasonable.
All right. Everything according to plan.
According to Keikaku.
Yeah. All right, so next up, I always just call it Demon Misfit thing because it's one of those, you learn the whole plot in the title shows.
Misfit of Demon Lord Academy.
There you go. I think Roman is more invested in this series than I am, so I'm going to let him talk about it. And I'll just interject, so you have the mic.
Oh, God. Pressure. No, okay. Yeah, I enjoy it. I mean, sure, the guy is, like, way OP, and you can't really kill him, and, like, he'll just resurrect himself as soon as he dies, but it's kind of funny, in a way, that they kind of, I don't know, some of the dialogue, it seems like they're kind of poking fun at the fact that he's so OP.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Like, did you really think that killing me would make me die, or... Where's, what's his name from, Fate, when you need him?
Oh, Shiro?
Yeah.
People die when they are killed.
Yeah, when they are killed. I actually saw a meme about that.
Yeah.
Where they had him say that, and then Anos showed up and he's like, "Did you really think killing me would make me die? Or did you really think crushing my heart would make me die, or would kill me, or?"
Actually, I do have a question about that. Okay, so him and I call him Arthur, Prototype Arthur, because that's what he looked like to me. He looked like Proto Arthur. So they just kill each other? They just kill each other back and forth? Because that's the first time I ever heard of, like, the actual, like, the Yusha, the hero, actually dying at the hands of the Demon Lord.
I don't know if they've killed each other, but he's definitely killed him multiple times.
Anos to the hero.
To the hero. Because they were talking, because he was talking to his, I guess, general or something,
Yeah.
the guy, the swordsman.
Yeah.
When he told him that he wanted to be resurrected.
Right.
When he was resurrected. He was explaining that I guess the type of magic that you need for that, he's no good at, so he wouldn't be able to retain his memories.
Right.
But the hero apparently is even beyond the Demon Lord and that kind of magic, so he's able to just come back anytime he really wants to.
Right.
So you can just kill him, and he'll just come back like maybe a month later if you wanted.
Right. And I guess that's what was tripping me up, because I was like, I'm getting the implication here that at some point Hero has killed Demon Lord, but he keeps coming back. So I'm like, are they just killing each other back and forth?
Well, I know he killed him. What was it, in episode 3 or 2?
Yeah.
Then when they were doing that flashback,
Right.
He definitely killed him there, but he let him.
Yeah. Right.
He's like, I'm tired of this. I'm just going to resurrect myself in 2,000 years, and hopefully the world's at peace.
That was hilarious, though. So I'm like, oh, look, it's our little baby. You can call me Anos.
By the way, his parents, awesome.
Yeah, the parents are the highlight. I made this comment about all the parents of this season are pretty great. They it's unfortunate. I don't think any of them will ever rank on the popularity polls, but man, did they deserve it.
If they had like a side character poll, I think the parents would be on there.
Right.
His parents, maybe Subaru's parents for the week that they showed up.
Yeah.
Who else had really cool parents?
Kazuya's grandma who plays Gotcha.
The grandma's awesome.
She plays like knockoff Princess Connect, but then just full on Azur Lane in the most recent episode.
Yeah.
And she admitted to dropping $300, which in my opinion $300 is a bargain. If you got what you want with the $300, you're doing pretty good in my opinion.
Yeah.
So good on her, man.
We'll get to her later though.
Yeah.
But yeah, his parents are awesome. I like his mom, his dad.
Yeah, that's another. I think we're in the same boat here, where it's like that throws me off. I'm like, are you trying to be serious? Or are you trying to be goofy? And I'm like, well, I mean, I
think this one's more goofy. It's like it's got some serious moments, but then you got like scenes with his parents, or like him doing something or saying something kind of like out there, and it's like.
And then they want him to get married. They don't want him to get married. They approve the girl, but they don't approve the girl. And I'm like, it's great. It's good moments. But
you brought home a second bride? That's my boy. Even I couldn't do that. And you're only a month old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you just go back in time, and then he could beat the Time Guardian. I'm like, okay. All right, it's and I get it. I'm like, the point of the story is to be ridiculous and absurd, and I'm just like, why even make it seem like it's a fight?
Yeah, they had to make the other guy look at least a little decent.
Yeah.
After being taken over by the Time Lord.
Right.
And that dude needs to stay away from swords because he constantly got stabbed in the face.
Yeah. Last week when I finally watched it, you were telling me. No, first I had another friend of mine. He was telling me, "Oh, go watch it." And he's all sending screen caps and gifs and all that. And he's just like, "Yo," and he's an Overlord fan. He loves Ainz. He thinks Ainz is great and Ainz is hilarious. And I'm like, all right, I guess I should check it out. Then you started asking me. Then you asked me, like, oh, are you gonna watch Misfit? I'm like, the second time today that guys that are like watching shows this season are telling me to go watch this. So I guess I gotta go watch this. And yeah, I'm not knocking it at all. I think it's hilarious. So I think that as long as it sticks to just being absurd, I think it'll be fine. But then when it just wants to be like serious, like with the sisters, and it's like that doesn't fit though. You guys are all like making jokes about how he can talk after just being born as a baby, and now you're like drama, and I'm like,
Well, they had to fix that whole thing. I mean, they didn't even need to introduce it, but I mean, they did.
And then he just reversed time anyways. It's just again.
Yeah. Could you just overlook this? No, I'm gonna kill you. I'm not gonna die. Just let it happen. Okay, let me just fix it. It'll be a lot easier for everybody if you just let me fix this.
And also, the first thing that I saw was Crunchyroll's preview at the selection test where he just repeatedly killed dude over and over and over again.
That was cool. That was kind of cruel too.
Yeah.
Especially since he remembers everything from when he died. It's like a Subaru, only you're not going to a save point. You're just coming right back to where you're going to die again.
Yeah, he told me about that, and then I saw it on Crunchyroll, and I'm like, oh, well, this is what he was talking about. Oh, I guess so. And then he was also like, dude, and he's so OP, but not only is he OP, he gets the Dede and the Tsundere, and I'm like, all right.
That he did.
All right.
Only the... Was it Terry?
Yeah.
She only seems to think of him as a friend.
Aww.
Because
Yeah.
every time they bring up their relationship, she goes, he's my friend.
The
Like,
crew did a
No
friend zone.
no hesitation. She's like, he's my friend.
Yeah, the Soon is really more into it.
Well, I mean, she's already kissed him.
Yeah.
Just as friends, though.
Sasha and Misha, right?
Just as friends. Yeah. Sasha and Misha.
just as friends.
It was just a friend kiss. A kiss between friends.
Soon. Soon.
Okay, whatever. Whatever you say, Sasha.
And then the instructor, just a turncoat. What a bitch.
He's constantly trying... Well, he's a misfit. They don't want him in the school, so they're doing whatever they can to make him look bad.
And no one has, like, seen all of this and gotten suspicious. Like, okay, this guy might be a little bit more OP than we can handle. It never caught anyone's mind that he's... One time, okay, it might be random. Twice, maybe. But all these is more than a coincidence, you know?
Yeah, he's constantly surpassing everything that you are throwing at him.
Right.
Like, what was it? I think it was the last episode where she tried to hide the staff that they found.
Mm-hmm.
And he just automatically was like, no, I'm just going to take this back.
Yeah.
Pulled it out of the person. You know, if you're going to hide it, do it better. Make it harder to find.
Yeah. And that's maybe where else I'm coming from. I think you have a better appreciation than I do, I think, it seems. And I think that for those that did like those, like, Overlord type OP just for being OP and it's funny to be OP, I think that those people, that audience, has a better appreciation for this type. And it's not saying that I'm not enjoying it, because I'm still watching it. I just don't think I'm appreciating it as much as fans of, like, Overlord, because all my experience of Ainz is honestly from Isekai Quartet.
Yeah, where he got punked by Aqua.
This whole episode is how he gets is 7 shades of Aqua. How everything just comes back to Aqua. Either through Aqua herself or Amamiya Sora.
That's still one of the best scenes. That's a low-level spell.
Boom! Nuked. Absolutely nuked.
But yeah. I don't know. I mean, I haven't seen Overlord. Mm-hmm. You know this, because...
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just find it funny. And I kind of enjoy his character, kind of seeing like, okay, well, what else is he going to say he can't die from? Or is he, like, super OP with, or, you know, whatever. I want to see how far it goes.
Yeah. And that's why I was like, had a question. Would he just, this OP person, would he just willingly let himself get nuked by the hero? Would he just let the Yusha just come and nuke him? And I'm like, I'm getting, I don't know. But yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm enjoying it, though. It's a good show.
Yeah. I think that I'm invested because the parents are hilarious, so.
Which we haven't seen in a little bit.
No, we've been doing character development and world building. We're still discovering the extent of his powers,
which so far seem almost unlimited, except for his ability to resurrect. Because the hero beats him in that, apparently.
I honestly thought I was like Proto Arthur was going to show up this week's episode. It's like, nope, maybe next week. I keep calling him Proto Arthur. It's probably not even him, but yeah. He looks like Proto Arthur to me, so.
Well, you know he's going to show up eventually.
Right.
Because they were talking about being friends when they meet up again. And he can resurrect himself whenever he wants, basically. Right. So, you know he's going to be coming. When, though? Probably towards the end of the season. That's my guess.
Guess we're going to have to keep watching.
Mm-hmm. Find out when Arthur shows up. Yep. Anything else?
That's it. We're gonna keep watching this one. Maybe get to talk about how more OP and what like I said, his powers keep expanding. So it's more like, what is he gonna do next? So obviously nothing is a challenge, and he's gonna have a big ass fan club in a minute. So
I mean, he already has a fan club.
Yeah. So when he walked into the tower and all the fangirls started, I was like, oh my god.
They had what looked like lewd artwork of him in the library.
Yeah. And that's what my friend said too. He was like he's goddamn Anos, whatever his last name was. You're goddamn right.
uh,
All right. All right, with your bad self there. One sister's not good enough to take both of them.
why not?
Yeah.
If they're both willing.
Well, if they're not willing, you just go back in time, right?
I guess.
Yeah, that honestly also was kind of like, wait, what? He's going back all the way to when they were a fetus?
Which was
All
a little
right.
weird because
All
they
right.
were still there.
All right. I'm not
I'm
gonna
wondering
question
how
it.
time travel actually works in this because he said he went back in time when he grabbed Ivis's face,
Mhm.
the dude that he was fighting that at the time got in him.
Mm-hmm.
He said he went back in time with him, but they were just standing there in the classroom.
Right.
Is it more of like just they're like souls or consciousness goes back in time, or is it what?
That's a good question. I cannot answer that because I don't understand the logistics of this show or this show's universe to be specific.
So yeah, I guess we'll just figure that out later on.
Yeah, I'm sure that he's gonna time travel some more. So, and that's the cat chimed into the chat. The cat agrees.
Time
that
travel.
Time travel is too OP.
Time travel stabbed in the face. Taking my cup, my can over here before you get fur all over it.
All right. He heard us talking about Demon Lord and he got excited.
Because apparently, I think they went into this at episode 3 or 4, but the episode before he fought Ivis,
Mm-hmm.
that somebody else went back in time and changed things so that his name wasn't the Demon Lord, that it was somebody else.
Oh, okay.
That's why Ivis didn't remember him because he was basically erased.
Interesting. I didn't catch that.
So that's why nobody realizes that he's the actual Demon Lord, resurrected, because this other person, whoever it is, went back in time and changed things so that he was the Demon Lord.
Okay. Yeah. I think I remember that. That was when they were in the time stream or whatever.
Yeah, because
okay, that's what they were talking about.
Ivis was saying that he was trying to resurrect him and he needed Misha and Sasha to do that.
Right. He's like, oh, my laid plans, blah.
My 2,000-year-old plan.
Blah.
Yep. Defeated by a 1-month-old.
He picked his own name, too. What a badass.
We should call you Anos. Oh, God, you talked.
I like how he's all like, all that mumbo jumbo, all that whatever. He was a month old and he like talk. Everything is forgiven. This show's great.
So yeah, plot thickens in this show.
You know what I am gonna say, and these are my closing thoughts. Is yeah, that's funny. You know, he was a month old and he was talking, but you know what? Tanya had all her memories too. Just saying.
Yeah, but I'm sure if you stab Tanya in the heart, she dies.
You saw the movie, right?
No, I haven't.
The movie's on Crunchyroll, but yeah. Let's just say Tanya. Most of the time, I'm usually like Tanya did nothing wrong, but the movie, I think Tanya kind of deserved that. That's all I'm gonna leave on. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay. You're like, I can't even defend her this time.
No.
And I like her.
She might have had that coming. But yeah.
Okay. I do have to watch it. I gotta watch that. I gotta watch the second ReZero movie. I gotta watch the Goblin Slayer movie.
Yep.
I think that's it. Was there anything else? Oh, I gotta finish Kara no Kyokai. Because I've only done 2 movies.
And you already saw the Konosuba movie, so.
Yeah, the Konosuba movie I did watch.
So, Misfit Demon Academy for Isekai Quartet Season 3.
Yeah, let's bring him in. Why not? I mean, technically he is in a different world because it's 2,000 years later and everything is much different than when he was alive.
So, if he shows up and Turn Undead works on him, I'm going to laugh.
Would that actually work? Because he was born. Like, he was birthed from that lady.
Yeah, that's awkward. Yeah.
Alright, but yeah, that's pretty much all I got for this one.
All right. All right. We'll keep watching. And yeah, Yeah.
Let us know your thoughts.
Yeah.
What do you think of this series so far?
Looking forward to your reactions. All right. So what are we on now? Oh God.
Uzaki-chan.
Uzaki-chan.
What is it? Sugoi Dekai?
Sugoi dekai.
Yes.
Super big. Massive
Super huge. She's just bragging now. Well, she's always been bragging. That's been like the shirt that she's been known for.
Yes. So, this is one of the big bully shows.
Which I don't think she's actually that bad as far as a bully.
Yeah, and I didn't. So, I thought she was going to come out the gate like Takagi was. When Takagi, they started the whole show, Takagi was already picking on Nishikata. But from this one, she didn't start out like that. She didn't start out as obnoxious, but it seems that this is just her way of getting Senpai to
open up.
Yeah, basically
getting out and doing things.
Yeah,
because she gave him a whole year.
Right.
They just talked in the front of the school. We're like, oh yeah, we'll see you around, and then they went their separate ways. And then she just noticed he was always by himself. And was like, all right, I'm getting this guy out of his shell. We're gonna hang out. We're gonna do things. I'll pick on him.
Yeah, but I agree. It's not. It wasn't like with Takagi. Takagi actually did pranks on Nishikata. She hasn't really done pranks. Like she talks smack.
Yeah,
but that's
you loner.
Yeah,
loser. You gross. She's kind of like Nagatoro.
Correct.
In that way.
Yeah. Yeah.
But tamer.
Right.
She's not nearly as bad.
Yeah, Nagatoro, I think, it's like the 3 levels. So it's like the bottom level, the basic level is Uzaki, and then the middle is like Takagi, and then the top is Nagatoro.
Yeah. Which we're getting a series for.
Correct.
I don't think that they announced the day. Was it next year?
Last I heard, they announced it. Then after that, they announced that Sumire Uesaka is the voice actress. Mm-hmm. And that's all I can tell. That's all that I know.
I know she's done other things, but I always remember her as Chisato from Pesto Pellets. From Bang Dream, for those who,
she'll always be Fubuki from Kansai Collection for me.
Fubuki. I've never seen Kansai Collection.
So in the anime, she was the main girl.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
There's Fubuki. Fubuki is in Azure Lane, but it's obviously completely different.
Is it a lolly?
What's that?
Is it a lolly?
I don't remember, actually. I think so, though. Because she's a destroyer, so I think that's the lollies.
Are they all destroyers? Are they all destroyers, the lollies?
Yes. It's just what it is. It's just the way it goes.
I do notice that, because I started playing the game. Anyway, go ahead.
She was the student council president in Aho Girl. Sumire Uesaka. Yeah.
Student council president.
Yeah. Booby president? Aho Girl?
I'm trying to remember.
She was the one that was always like in the disciplinary committee. And
okay. She was also the student council president?
Yeah.
Okay.
In Aho Girl.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you would have said the disciplinary, I would have...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That was her.
Okay.
She's been around, so. However, Uzaki is Satania. So she has experience in talking smack and then getting hit.
Yeah.
So I think that was a perfect fit. I was never sure who could do it. Because like I said, I always make this joke that nowadays everything is just Aoyuki. Just pick Aoyuki. Give it to Aoyuki. Yeah. Aoyuki's not around, then who's runner-up? Hayami Sawari. So it's all like, they're not around? All right, then what's Mao doing? Let's get Mao in here. It's like, those are it.
Just go down the list.
Mao is also in a Monster Girl Doctor. I don't know who, but she's in there.
She's in there?
Yeah. I don't think she might be in a character that hasn't
come in yet.
Yeah. Or maybe she was the Spider. I don't think she's in Spider. But yeah. So I think that casting Satania as Uzaki is actually really, really good. I was curious, and I've been meaning to ask, like, her accent. I think, is that the Kansai accent?
For
Uzaki.
I have no idea.
She has that accent. And I'm all like, I've been meaning to ask some of my other, like, friends that are more familiar with that
kind of thing?
Yeah. About that accent. But yeah. And it's she did not sound like that when she did Satania. She didn't. So that's again, I'm just impressed by her skills, her voice acting skills. Because I do things like that.
I think the only other show she was a lead on was Shio-chan's School Road or something like that, where she was like where it was like her going to school and all the crazy things she would get into while doing it. It's funny.
That's the cat one, right? Chio?
No.
Chi-chan or something? Or I don't know. The voice actress I was just Satania. Because I just loved Gabriel Dropout. And yeah.
Let me see. I got it up here.
Pulling it up. Oh. Chio School. Yeah, I've never seen this. I've never heard of this.
Yeah, it came out a couple years ago.
Oh wow.
Oh, yeah, this lady. Look at this.
Oh, this is debauchery. What is this? What are you doing to Satania? Uzaki, no.
Groping.
No. This is not Sugoi Dekai.
But yeah. Yeah, she gave him a whole year before she started getting on him.
And one of the other things too that I can't really say for the others, except maybe Takagi, but she actually has like homemaker skills. Like she actually knows how to cook and clean and all that. And Roman, of course, being the jerk he is, has the screen cap poor Uzaki stuck in the rain.
Oh, I didn't screen cap that. I found that on Facebook.
Because I was going to screen cap that too, but I was like, that's too mean.
I don't know. She looks cute like that with her big old eyes and everything. I thought it was cute.
So mean.
Like a little puppy. Like, I'll take you home. Don't worry.
Aww.
We'll get you all warm.
Aww.
Get you some soup or something.
Yeah, they're making the soup.
It'd just be chicken noodle.
Yeah.
Campbell's. Because I don't cook. I don't know how to cook.
Me neither. I don't know how to cook either.
Yeah. But seriously, I don't.
Well, seriously, I do actually. But that's maybe one day we'll do a cooking episode and I'll explain all of that. But anyways, for now.
Are we going to do rice like that one video with the BBC?
Yes! I'm going to rinse my cooked rice.
Yeah.
Oh, man, you had to go there. Oh. See? You expect me to believe that you don't like seeing Uzaki like wet in the rain when you say stuff like that.
Oh, I like it. It was, like I said, she was cute.
As cute as rinsing cooked rice.
I also kind of like how this season, most of the shows, they take place in college.
Right. True.
Which is different.
True.
Usually they take place in high school. Although I think Demon Lord takes place in high school. But other than that.
But it's a misfit, so it doesn't count.
Yeah. Plus he's like 2,000 years old if you count when he died.
It's good that you clarified that because I was about to say, what are you talking about? He's a month old. That's going to be the running joke of Misfit Academy is he's a month old.
Oh.
Cat's constantly jumping in the way. Apologies. But yeah.
In my way, because she's like, is it a he?
That's dude.
That's a he. Okay.
That is a dude.
All right.
He is not 1 month old, however.
Does not look a month old.
No. Well, I mean, Anos did not look a month old either, but.
No, I didn't think he was a month old until he said he was.
He was.
Or his mom said it.
He was he came out Sugoi Dekai.
Yeah. Super huge.
Yeah, and they're you can buy those shirts like everywhere now. Sugoi Dekai.
Yeah, I've seen them.
Okay. How could I put this to words? So, having watched a couple episodes of the show now, how do you feel going back to a year ago? Remember when they were all over Twitter and social media bashing Uzaki because they were using her to promote blood drives? How does that make you feel now? Do you think what do you think? Impressions on that?
They're idiots.
Okay.
I mean,
yeah,
she's super wholesome.
Right.
She does a little teasing here and there, but for the most part, she's a super like pure, wholesome character. So I don't know. They're just judging her based on her boob size.
Yeah.
I mean, if it gets people to come and give blood, then why not? They did it 2 years in a row, didn't they?
Mm-hmm. Well, no, I think it was the same year, but there was like a couple months apart because they had so much success with it, they did it again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I remember they did another one. I just didn't remember if it was like a year apart or something like that.
Yeah. No, you're right. They did it back to back. They did it consecutively because it was such a good turnout being involved with Uzaki. They were like, oh, let's do it again. And they brought her back out. And the uproar tried again, but it doesn't seem like they got as much attention. Because after the first one, and they were like, no one's listening to us. Yeah.
There was still a little uproar when the series came out.
Really?
Yeah. They're still going on about her boobs.
You're right. Yeah, you're right. And I know I shared it, but the dudes that were at the gym hitting the weights and they had their Sugoi Dekai on, and I'm like, that's what I'm talking about. That's a different kind of Sugoi Dekai, but it's all Sugoi Dekai in the end.
Exactly.
Get those Sugoi Dekai gains. So, props. I was like, that's what it's all about. That's the Sugoi Dekai life.
Yep.
So big, massively big. So, yeah, it's and. Outside of the memes, also, and just like as well as it's another like she likes the guy, but she displays her affection through like quote unquote bullying, which is more not even bullying; it's more like teasing.
Yeah.
And when you actually go and watch the show too, you're like, this is what this is. It's like you said, it's wholesome, it's innocent, Even Uzaki too, even though it's like she's even not even aware of her boobs a majority of the time. Like it's not even. It's
doesn't even pay attention to them.
Yeah.
I mean, she's had them for 19 years. She doesn't even notice much anymore, unless she's like pressed up against him.
Yeah, then when it's a plot device, then it comes into play. Yeah.
But other than that, no. She just wears a shirt that flaunts that they're huge.
And you can buy that shirt anywhere now.
I've seen it on Ami Ami, but I think it's like $50.
Correct. Or you can go on Redbubble and get it for like 20.
I'll probably just do that.
I know. There's talks of some friends that are just going to start making them. They're like little custom lines. So if you don't care if it's unofficial, then you can definitely go find it anywhere or talk to somebody.
Yeah.
So
it's an easy shirt to make. I'm assuming it's just 2 words and a box.
Yeah.
Just got to get the right font.
Right. And I think I actually have that shirt where it's like a gray like t-shirt and then the shoulders like got blue. I think that's kind of yeah. But yeah, they're gonna start pumping those out. So
yeah. I do like the cafe owner and his daughter.
That would be me absolutely. I'd feel like I'm just gonna put you in the most awkward of scenarios because I just want to laugh at you. I mean, watch how you interact.
Yeah. This was I guess you could say this was another show where they had a girl that had a muscle fetish. Because the daughter was like staring at him because he had muscle.
Correct.
But then when she saw them interacting, she's like, "Oh, I got to get in on this. With you dead, let's watch the suffering."
Like how they made him try on all the different glasses and they're just laughing at him. Like, dude, you look like a terrorist. You look like an evil Yakuza crime lord.
Oh, God.
So, and then, did you ever play Pokemon Go? Did you catch all those gorillas?
I actually told a story about that at one point. I think it was during that episode.
Okay.
It was around this time Pokemon Go first come out.
Okay.
And I was just getting off of work. And I was like, okay, there's a couple parks around here. Let me go to one of these parks and see what I could find. So I went to one. And all that was there were Magmars. There was like maybe a couple of Digletts, one Dugtrio that had like 125 power. But for the most part, it was all Magmars. It was almost like I found a nest of Magmars. I was like, I don't really want Magmar, but I'm going to keep walking around because maybe? No, it was all Magmar.
Wow. So you were like a senpai.
Yeah, I knew his pain when he was getting nothing but gorillas, when he wanted cats. Which I was saying through the episode, even cats in video games hate him. Because he was trying to pet that one cat and it ran off.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out a way to work that in about how we're like, oh, it's so wholesome and Uzaki's innocent, and then they're over there just kind of dry humping in the bushes, and that old anime trope. You had to get it in there. That whole like, well, how can we make a misunderstanding?
Yeah.
But yeah, that was
He did slap her butt though to cover her.
Ponsu.
Cover her up.
Yeah.
It's like, cover that thing up.
Gentleman. It's just, it's a wholesome show, innocent.
He also grabbed her boobs for the VR.
It's not her boobs, it was a jellyfish. Get it right.
Well, to him it was a jellyfish.
Realistic graphics.
To us and the lady that was in charge of the VR section, it was her boobs. And she was like, I'm fine. It's okay.
This is a normal occurrence.
Yeah. Don't think they've done anything like that recently, though.
Right.
It's been mostly wholesome.
Right.
Except for the train, where he had to stop thinking about boobs.
He just went to a coma.
He did. But yeah, it's a fun show. Wholesome show.
Yeah. And again, when you put it in perspective and you're like, all right, let me see what this is all about, and you watch and you're like, really? You guys are getting upset over this? Really? And you are right. There was a backlash, too. It got so bad, like, our American fans, or at least the American quote-unquote fans, that were just hating on it. The Japanese had to respond. Like, Japanese women responded like, yo, some of us are stacked. Some of us are actually sugoi dekai.
Yeah.
So, shut up. And I thought that was pretty funny, that they had to get clapped back from the actual Japanese people. And it's like, guys, it's a show. It's an anime. Relax. It's the same thing that you guys have been watching for 20 years now. Hasn't changed. That's why we still make it. That's why we keep making it. It's because the formula's the same. Yeah. So, it still baffles me how this could cause all this drama. So,
it's pretty simple. They don't watch it. They don't learn anything about it. They just see something and they attack.
correct. Yeah, fair.
It's basically how it is. Just about all of it.
True.
Anytime there's a backlash, I can guarantee you these people know nothing about it. They just find one little thing and they go, we're going to attack this.
And it's still like on the top 10 trending, right?
I think last I looked, it was number 7.
Yeah.
Or something like that. Because
Yeah.
I remember I shared it to you.
Yeah, right. Yeah, basically, all the shows that we're talking about today are all on the top 10.
Yeah. Some of them dropped a bit, but they're still there.
They're still they just shifted around, but I believe they're also there. Even Monster Girl Doctor, right?
I think Monster Girl Doctor was on there.
Yeah. Demon Misfit's still on there.
Yeah, that one was still on there, but I think it dropped a bit.
Yeah, they all shifted.
The only one that actually went up was ReZero.
Yeah, and I brought this up too, but I mean we'll get to that in a minute because we have one more show to buffer us from talking about ReZero, and you guys get to see Roman being a troll. But yeah, ReZero is in its battle against Sword Art, and it's winning. I don't know if it's going to stay up there.
Teen romantic comedy snafu.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the top 3 right there. ReZero, romantic comedy, and Sword Art. So let's see. Okay, well on the anime trending, Monster Girl wasn't on there.
Was not on there. Okay.
Not on there.
Okay, I figured it wasn't. Because there wasn't really anything going on, like, no plot or anything, no world building and character introduction, so that makes sense.
Yep, not on here at all.
Alright.
Not on any of these 3 that I see.
That's fine. That's okay.
And actually on one of them, Uzaki dropped down to number 11.
Oof.
But on the one we usually look at, which is anime trending, Uzaki's still at number 7.
That's my standard. But yeah. So, yeah, it's people that get offended about anime being anime in the year 2020 it's just baffles me. So, it's like, you know what to expect, man. When she has a smug grin like that and her shirt says Sugoi Dekai, you know what she's all about.
Which, by the way, I love the grin.
Yeah. Like the little fang?
I like the fang.
There you go. You heard it from the man first.
Yeah, I like the grin. I actually pre-ordered 2 figures.
Really?
Mhm.
So, was it Good Smile had her swimsuit thing? I think, right? The statue, I think.
Yeah, Good Smile, I think had that. But I ordered it from Ami Ami.
Of
Because
course.
they had a Ami Ami exclusive thing with it.
Oh, okay.
That's one of the reasons I like Ami Ami, because they throw in little extra things. Good Smile does that occasionally.
Yeah.
But Ami Ami does it a lot.
Yeah, I just picked up? I think the what's her name from Yuru Camp, the one that Takahashi Rie voices, Rin's friend Enna.
The one with the dog?
Yeah.
Okay.
She came with a bonus from Good Smile, so.
The Nendo, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And maybe it is the dog. It should be the dog is the bonus, the pre-order bonus.
Yeah, I actually have a Nesso of the dog.
Oh, really?
Wow. Yeah.
That assassin.
Right.
But yeah.
So.
But yeah, no, I typically go through Good Smile. So when the Uzaki Nendo comes out, I'll probably move on that.
Yeah, I'll get it. Because I got to go with my figures.
Yeah.
And my life-size poster. I'm like all in right now. So.
You're all in on Uzaki? Good.
I'm all in on Uzaki.
Good. You're going to go to Japan and give blood?
Maybe. Who knows? If they want my Gaijin blood.
Of course. It's the purest.
Okay.
But yeah, well, definitely, that's what I got for now. So we're 4 episodes in.
Yeah, we're actually going at a pretty good pace.
Yeah.
For once.
And then I expect to continually make comparisons between Uzaki and Takagi, because at least I didn't actually go back to season 2 of Takagi. I haven't. I never watched it. But yeah,
Still haven't seen it.
no. I love the memes about grown-up Takagi and grown-up Nishikata and their daughter. That's just hilarious. But
That's a spin-off series, isn't it?
no, it's
Or is it
just
just
it's the continuation. It's like time skip.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not a sequel or anything. It's all the same manga. He just decided, you know what, we're gonna
just
time
gonna go
skip,
to
and
adulthood.
yeah, and then they shifted the main character because turns out the daughter is actually more like Nishikata, where she's kind of a dork, and then she meets a dude that's basically like Takagi was. So
she's getting picked on.
Yeah, exactly.
Or teased, I should say. Because I mean, they're not picking on him.
Yeah. So
I know there's some people out there who go like, "It's all bullying. None of it's good." It's like, no, there's differences.
You know,
there's teasing in a fun way. You know, like you're just trying to be like friends do it all the time, where they tease each other.
Right.
Or somebody who might, in the way of anime, where they're trying to get your attention, they'll tease you a little bit. Bullying to me is when they're pushing you to the ground and breaking your glasses and doing horrible things to you.
That's the Subaru.
That's the Subaru. With his bully dad.
No. Yeah.
All right. But
So yeah, that's it for this, at least for this time for Uzaki. So go watch it. Sugo Dekai.
Yeah. Go watch it. It's fun.
All right.
Wholesome series of the season.
Sugo
Next
Dekai.
to Peter Grill.
You haven't seen it, have you?
No, I haven't.
Okay. I have. It's not too often that I watch a show and I feel like I've actually gotten dumber.
Oh, wow.
But we'll talk about that at another time. Let's talk about Korean manhwa. So,
oh, yes. The newest Crunchyroll original. God of High School.
So, this one, I think, should be fairly straightforward. I might not even have a whole lot to say about it because we cut the crap. We went straight to the tournament arc. We haven't even gotten finished introducing the main characters. Like, what's her name? Mira?
Yeah.
It was all
Mira.
like, you know, hey, yeah, we're all friends. Oh, wait, now she's getting married. Oh, wait, back to the tournament. It was just kind of like all fast and frantic. We're all over the place. So, obviously, we still have a lot to develop and go on. So, it's kind of like, yeah. But from 4 episodes that I've seen, I think the 5th one came out today, right?
Yeah,
At
5th
the
one was
recording?
today. Which, by the way, I have recorded God of High School from the last couple weeks. That's one of the shows that should be coming up soon. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's yeah. we cut all the other filler arc and we went straight to the Cell tournament arc.
Yeah.
So, and yeah, and someone put it best on my Facebook where they said it's so shonen it doesn't even try to hide it. Like it really is. And if you're like that, if you're a fan of those shonen jump like Yu Yu Hakusho and DBZ and Naruto, this is like the Korean spin on it. And by the Korean spin on it, I mean it's like really more like Taekwondo, and I don't know if that's necessarily like Korean swordsmanship, but it's definitely like samurai style, like
her crescent moon, like
yeah,
sword style or whatever it is.
Yeah. So I'm unfamiliar if those were Koreans. I know that Taekwondo gets referenced a lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
Well, because was it Jin?
Yeah.
He uses Taekwondo.
Yeah.
And that one dude that had his arms tied had a style of Taekwondo.
Yeah. The other dude, what do they say he uses? Just straight up karate?
Han?
Yeah.
Yeah, his was just karate.
Straight up karate.
And I do have to point out, I said this during the episode, I've not uploaded yet.
Mm-hmm.
I am upset that they got rid of Best Girl already. Ma, our wrestler chick.
Stone Cold Stunner dudes?
Yeah. Did a rock bottom in that episode. Rock bottoming Mira.
That's it right there. It's so funny. We're in the year 2020. We're still going back to 1996 for wrestling. The last 25 years don't count. We haven't done anything. John Cena and Randy Orton, they don't mean nothing. They did nothing for the sport. We're still going back. Yeah, no, that was pretty funny. So she, for me, reminded me of Tina from Dead or Alive, because that's what they started doing for Tina. It's like Tina got a Stone Cold Stunner, and Tina actually had a diamond cutter. So
nice.
Yeah, so that was pretty funny.
Yeah, I mean, well, some of the greatest moves, people recognize all those moves.
Right. Yeah.
Even nowadays. Right. But then again, that's also because some of the newer wrestlers use some of them.
Correct.
And
the originality is basically dead these days.
Yeah.
Everyone is just trying to be the Rock and all. I mean, and there is, in terms of the wrestling space, we're going to go off on a tangent now. John Cena's moving into Hollywood, and I think he already said too he's retiring, or he's working, or he's making his way out now.
Is he going to be like The Rock, make an appearance every 2 years in a WrestleMania?
Well, funny enough about that, The Rock is actually the biggest expense that Vince has in WWE. He actually he makes $2 million a year just to be retained on the payroll for WWE. So yeah, they still need to work it out with Dwayne. But if Vince says, "Yo, I want you to be at SummerSlam," Rock has to go. So Dwayne has to go. Obviously, they need, if he's on set or recording or something. Obviously, that's not possible. But it is.
If he's
on retainer.
If he's got nothing going on and he wants him at a show, he's got to go.
Yeah. But outside of that, one appearance, 2 appearances a year, it doesn't even really need to do anything. I mean, $2 million.
Yeah, I was going to say $2 million just to sit at home and wait for a phone call. Okay.
Yeah.
Plus what he's making at Hollywood. Because what was he? A year or so ago, he was the highest paid actor in Hollywood.
Correct. Yep. Just because, like I said, I make that joke all the time. Like Aoi Yuki, he never says no to a role. He's like, yeah,
he knows his role.
Do that.
Yeah. I'll see myself out now.
Rudy Poo Jabroni. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, but that's, like you said, it's iconic. It's we haven't left 1995, 1996. Still, so.
Yeah, but I was upset they got rid of her. I liked her. She was very open about what she wanted.
Yeah.
A male harem. That's what I want.
I wonder if all of them are going to come back. Like, same thing with Tracksuit Guy.
I mean, they keep showing them in the opening.
Yeah.
They made it seem like they were going to be a big part of the show.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, they're gone?
Right, like they were all going to be part of Goku's crew, You had Goku and Vegeta and Piccolo. And
the Tracksuit Guy was actually cooler than I thought he was going to be. He was pretty badass.
This is the second Tracksuit Guy, man. The second Korean show. What's up, man? They keep hiding all the power levels of their Tracksuit guys.
Yeah.
What's up with Korean-made characters in tracksuits actually being pretty competent? Am I missing something? It's like, what Han knows karate and Jin, he knows taekwondo, but that dude in the tracksuit, Don't mess with that guy.
He's got a book that'll tell him how to beat you.
Yeah.
And a metal bat.
The bat just solves everything right there. So I don't know how he lost.
I mean, he almost won.
Yeah.
He got pretty close.
Yeah.
A lot closer than Ma did to Mira.
Yeah.
At least it seemed her power bomb though was pretty cool. I keep going back to her. Sorry.
We know who Roman's character is. I was saying that too. I was like, this is even a show that doesn't really have waifus in it either.
Well, they only really got the one. Mira is the only one that they really focus on. I thought they would focus more on like the wrestler Ma, but then they got rid of her in episode 3.
Out.
And now it's like, well, who else do we have? We have a green-haired girl or something from the administrative team, but they don't really show them that often. Is she green-haired?
Something. Because it depends on your monitor, right?
I guess.
Yeah, no, and I read the comments and all that on like the Crunchyroll when they share something on like Facebook, or if you're on YouTube and I'm reading the comments and all that, and people are just like, oh, just wait, and I'm like, So it seems like it's going somewhere, and those like spirit things that always pop out, I guess, to represent power levels are gonna come into play, but yeah.
Yeah, I know. I watched a few reactions to episode 2.
Okay.
That was it 2? No, episode 3, because that was when Jin had to fight that guy to get back into the tournament.
Right.
And everybody was mentioning when that dude brought that big clown-looking thing with the scythe, they were like, oh, he's got a stand. First thing that came to my mind was an Oversoul from Shaman King.
I was about to say, someone's getting hyped for that remake.
That
reboot.
I really like the original. I mean, it's very dated now, but because I've seen a few clips, I'm like, man, they really didn't animate this very well.
What's funny though is that JoJo actually does outdate.
It does outdate Shaman King.
Yeah,
it was because JoJo was from the 80s, right?
Part 1 was, but the stands was from the mid 90s.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Shaman King was like early 2000s or
like
late 99 or something.
Yeah, right there. JoJo had beaten it by just a couple of years, but yeah.
But yeah, I didn't automatically think JoJo, even though I got to the point where they had stands in the manga, but my mind automatically went to Shaman King.
It's because you're not a tool like some of these kids. Kidding. I'm kidding. I'm a shameless JoJo guy myself, so.
He is. Yeah. I can vouch for that.
So, I say that with love.
So yeah, speaking of which, you were saying that if you like Dragon Ball or like Yu Yu Hakusho, then this would be a show for you. I remember seeing on Facebook, I forget what page it was. It's some page that keeps popping up now that I haven't liked, but I think because I took their top 10, they're like popping up all the time now because they're like, oh, you like our stuff. Facebook is now putting us all over your wall. Apparently, the creator had that in mind. He wanted it to be like a Dragon Ball type series. It's like a homage or something to Dragon Ball, which makes sense since Jin is basically Goku.
Right.
His whole thing is, I want to fight strong people. That's Goku's whole thing. All Goku wants to do is find stronger people and fight them. So
he can't beat Superman.
Nah, he can't. But we'll see. He's still getting stronger. So then again, right now he's got a big hole in his chest. So.
Oh man, is that still going on? Super?
Yeah, it's still going on. They release a chapter every month on the 20th.
Manga. I was thinking about the anime, but okay.
No, everybody's waiting for an announcement for the next season of the anime, but I'm assuming they're waiting for the manga to get a little further ahead.
Okay.
Not that it really bothered them when they started out, because the manga and the anime was airing at like the same time and running in the magazine, you know. But at some point, I forget when, the anime overshot the manga. The only thing I heard about that was that Akira Toriyama gave, was it Toei?
Mm-hmm.
And his, the guy that takes over for him is for drawing the manga. I forget his name. gave them like the outline of everything that was going to happen, and they just do whatever they want as long as it follows the steps.
Okay.
Of
The outline.
The outline of what's going to happen in the
Okay.
show. So Toei had their way of doing it. The mangaka had his way of doing it. And I guess technically they're both canon. It's just two different ways of doing it. I guess you could say it's like two different multiverses. Two different universes.
Got it.
On how things turned out.
Got it.
That's how I would look at it.
So in the meantime, while you're waiting for Dragon Ball to do its thing, you go watch God of High School.
Yeah, go watch God of High School.
And find out when does the high school even come out.
Well, I think technically they're all high school age.
Yeah.
Technically.
Yeah.
I think Jin is like 17 or something.
Yeah.
By the way, that first episode was a good introduction to the show. With the whole bike chase.
Oh, man.
I like how Jin came up with a whole backstory on that old lady. Just so he could go and get her purse back. That she was like saving money so that she could get her grandson a operation on his brain tumor, or she was getting attacked for selling sushi or whatever on the corner. The poor old lady. He just made it up.
Goku brain.
He even did that to Mira when they were doing the wedding. He came up with some story when he was telling Han about it, trying to get him to help him out. He came up with some story on what was going on. Like, maybe this guy has other girls hidden in a basement or something, and he's just going to put her down there, and it's... Like, no. But he is a bad guy, so... We'll go stop him. Belongs to a cult. Which was one thing I don't think Dragon Ball had.
Red Ribbon Army.
Well, that was an army. This is an actual cult. The Red Ribbon Army just started taking over things, and was like, yeah, we're the Red Ribbon Army. Nobody knew that guy was a part of a cult. So, you're just over here like, yeah, okay. Whatever you say. I actually hadn't seen the arc with the Red Ribbon Army. I didn't really watch Dragon Ball. I just went straight to Dragon Ball Z. So.
Well, he came back though, right? Dr. Zero or Jiro or whatever?
Dr. Zero.
Yeah.
He came back. He was like the only one left.
Yeah.
Turned himself into an android.
Yeah.
So he can complete his work.
And then, didn't they actually integrated Android 18, right? Or 19 from the game? Did they? Into the manga? They actually put her in there? They made her canon?
You mean 21?
Yeah.
Because that was the newest one. The one that looks like Boo?
Yeah. Didn't they?
I don't think she's in the manga.
Oh, okay. I thought they did put her in there.
She's from the game. They threw her into Dragon Ball Super Heroes.
Okay.
Which is also a game.
Okay.
It's like an arcade game. You can go, you put your memory card in, and do your thing.
Got it.
But I don't think she's actually a part of canon.
The proper story.
Proper story.
Okay, I thought that they reverse engineered her into it. Okay.
No, they didn't do a brawly with her.
There you go. That's the best way to do it.
Yeah.
The best way to summarize it. Yeah. Okay. But yeah.
Yeah, they didn't do that. But yeah, I'm liking it.
Yeah, no, it's great. I like I said, I was really happy with Tower of God, and I said this on Facebook to somebody else because everyone is always like, "Oh, what's Crunchyroll doing with Guardian High Spice Life or Spice Life, Guardian High Spice, right?" And I'm like, I want to say it was like the foot and door technique or the big ask, which is Crunchyroll came out and they were like, "Look at our show," and everyone's like, "That looks like crap. What are you doing?" And everyone's like, "I give you $10, $12 a month, and this is what you're spending your money on." And after everyone was all laughing, and they're like, "Look at this," and they're all like, "Look at how awful this is," then they kind of quietly took it away, and then they're like, "Now that we have your attention, look at our Korean stuff." And now it's like, everyone was like, "Oh, where's all the Guardian Spice?" Instead, they're like, everything is now all the Korean manhwa that we're animating now. And now everyone's like, "Oh.
Okay."
But before, if you were just to say, "Oh yeah, we're just going to start putting out manhwa," would it have been the same effect? I know that there was like people watching it and all that, but what's the crossover?
Right.
Like, how many people that are reading like the manhwa are the ones that are also like Konosuba fans or Overlord fans? Yeah, they might be Dragon Ball fans, but it's the broader ReZero, all of those.
Yeah.
That's kind of what they were all about. That's how I took it. So they let off with the show that they knew everyone was going to universally hate, and then once they were like, okay, we have everyone's eyes on us. Now let's give them what we're really going to put out. I think to an extent, I think that they really were. I think if they would have gone in the reverse, Guardian Spice might have gotten some traction, but they let off with Guardian Spice when they really should have let off with the Korean manhwa stuff. And then after they got some goodwill, then they'd be like, now let's kind of destroy our goodwill with this awful show. So they did the reverse, which is they made you embarrassed and disgusted, and then they were like, oh, we really screwed this one up. Look at this stuff. And then it actually turned out the other stuff was better than what the stuff they had made.
They set the bar really low.
Right.
And then they said, here's this.
There.
Good job.
Yeah. And then they got everyone hooked with Tower of God, and then they were like, okay, let's do God of High School, and now here we are.
I'm going to be honest, I actually enjoy this one a little more than Tower of God.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I remember when we were talking about Tower of God, I kept saying that they were trying to go somewhere, but it was so confusing, and they were just getting deeper and deeper into their lore, but they never really explained it, and I'm just kind of like, I'm still, to this day, in regards to Tower of God, I'm still a little confused on what's the extent of the princesses of jihad.
Yeah.
Like, there's no consistency, you know? Like, they call them, they fall under the term princess of jihad, but what's their, their powers? They're all like Anos over here, Anos, where it's just, there's no definition. They can just do whatever. But it's cool to be one, but we don't know what they are.
Right.
Other than they're just the princess of jihad, and it's like, okay.
And the most we got as far as an explanation was that they were like shoes.
Right. By the way, here's this new test where you got to go into the ocean to get eaten, and then you have to get pooped out, and then you have to beat the ants and the ogres, and I'm like...
And the girl you're simping after is going to push you off. Sorry, I keep getting...
you're not wrong. Simp alert. Rachel, hey, here's my Twitch dono. Please recognize me. Hell, thanks. Here, Rachel, here's this other says, yeah, you're so sweet. And I still wasn't even mad at Hayami Sawori. I was still like, okay, whatever, man. He should have gotten the hint. I wasn't even mad.
I mean,
the memes were funny though.
It was like I said, I didn't like Rachel, even from the episode 3 or so.
Okay.
But I didn't like Bam either.
Yeah. But it was like the supporting cast was really good though in Tower of God. And in God of High School, though, everyone is pretty consistent. Everyone is pretty good. Everyone is pretty intriguing. I am a little concerned with Han's sudden heel turn. He's like, I was never your friend. I'm like, shut up. So that was kind of like, nah. But story. Plot.
Well, I don't think that's really the case. I'm not really your friend thing.
Right.
They just don't know why he needs money.
Correct.
And I don't know if his friend actually died or if she's just in really bad shape right now.
Right.
But now he's in total I need to win mode.
Right.
And I'll do whatever I need to get to the finals.
Right.
Which, as we saw when he was fighting dude in the tracksuit, he wouldn't hit him when he slipped. He told him only a coward does that. And yet when he fought Mira, he's attacking her cut like nonstop until she basically is just unconscious, bleeding on the ground. So right now he's basically I just gotta win. I don't care what I gotta do. I just gotta win. But you think he'd explain a little bit to them? I got a friend in the hospital I need money for. But I guess that'll come out after Jin beats him.
Right.
Because Jin's gonna beat him.
Right.
I haven't watched the episode yet, but
yeah.
Unless he finds out during the fight and he lets him win, I don't know.
Well, remember, at least in terms of the anime, Deku still hasn't beaten Bakugo.
No, he hasn't. Apparently, I don't know. I saw something about those two. I don't know if it was a movie or an OVA that's coming out or whatever, but apparently they end up sharing All for One or One for All or whatever.
That's official?
No.
I was gonna say, it's like, what?
But I'm like looking at it like, what do you mean they share it? Like, why do you do this? Movies and OVAs or whatever? Why are you... Bakugo has his own power. He's happy with it. Bakugo does not seem like the kind of guy who would share a power with somebody in order to defeat a villain.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was like... So I remember even though I didn't like him at the time, when he got kidnapped by the Villain League,
Mm-hmm.
and they were like, oh, you'll be a good villain. I was like, you're wasting your time. Bakugo's not going to go to your side. He's an idiot and an asshole, but he wants to be a hero. He wants to be like All Might. He's not going to join your side. Despite everybody else I was watching who would do reactions like, oh, is he going to join them?
Yeah, he's gonna get the Itachi.
It's like, no.
The Sasuke, sorry, the Sasuke. The Itachi. Oh, yeah, the Itachi. He's gonna get the Sasuke, absolutely.
Except instead of Naruto and Sasuke screaming each other's name, it's going to be Bakugo!
Mm-hmm. That's right. That's right. Yep. We already see it. Green Naruto.
Green Naruto. I saw another thing where the author was saying how he wants to surpass One Piece. And all I gotta say is good luck with that.
Well, he's surpassing Marvel, so good for it. Just keep it up, man. You'll get there.
I mean, he's not even thinking about Marvel. Why has he got to?
Yeah, I know. Exactly.
So he's focusing on the big leagues. One Piece. He's like, I want to be bigger than One Piece. We'll see. Before One Piece is over, your series will be done. That seems to be the way it goes.
Many have tried.
Naruto, Bleach.
Many have failed.
Was it Black Clover?
Mm-hmm.
Fairy Tail? What else has come out since One Piece has started and has ended?
Well, I mean, it's not on the... Well,
as far as shonen.
I mean, JoJo, but JoJo is like, what, every once a month now? Or even every other month?
Or manga?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's better than the Berserk author. Or even better than the Hunter x Hunter author, who takes like a full year off. And then is like, I'm going to release 2 chapters and I'll see you guys next year.
And the fans eat it. They're like, thank you. See you next year. Thank you so much. You're so kind. Oh, we're so blessed. We're taken care of so much. Oh, man.
I don't know. I felt like they should have just ended it. Have you read Hunter x Hunter?
No.
You plan on reading Hunter x Hunter?
No.
Spoiler alert for those who are reading it. Give you a couple seconds. I thought they should have ended it after Gon had his conversation with his dad. Like when they were on top of that little tower thing and had their talk. After that, Gon's not even a part of it.
Yeah.
So.
Sounds like, yeah.
It's like,
should just pull the plug.
He lost his nen. He went back home.
That's it.
And now you're focusing on somebody else. Which I guess is fine. It gives you something to focus on. But people liked Gon.
I didn't even know that happened. I didn't even know he was not even the main character of his own show.
As far as I know, I mean, I stopped reading it after a while, but...
Gotcha. So you know what you should be reading? God of High School.
God of High School. Tower of God.
Maybe not Tower of God. You can watch the anime on that. We'll just laugh at Rachel and Bam.
What was it? I downloaded this game that's like got all the manhwa characters in it. It's called Hero Cantar. It's got Tower of God, it's got God of High School, solo leveling, and something else.
Wow.
I just started it.
English menus or?
Yeah, it's in English.
Wow. Okay. I, for one, welcome our new Korean overlords.
Yeah.
They couldn't get me with K-pop, so they got me with anime instead.
They got me a little with K-pop. I mean, I did like the opening to Tower of God.
Yeah.
And
it was a K-pop band that also did Shield Hero, wasn't it?
was it?
Was it?
What was the name of that group?
Mad Kid.
Mad Kid?
Yeah, Mad Kid. Could have sworn they were K-pop. Or they were like a new band and their debut was the Shield Hero song.
Mad Kid Rise.
Yeah.
Trying trying to see if there's any info on them.
It's all Shield
Maybe
Hero.
I should just try typing in Mad Kid K-pop. Yep, K-pop
Yeah, it is
profiles.
K-pop. Yeah, that's what I thought. Because when
Oh, well, I mean, it says Mad Kid is a Japanese boy group. But maybe they... No, it says J Boys.
it's Jay.
Yeah, they're J.
Okay, see, because I was like, when they did the Tower of God and they sang it in both languages, that's what I was like, okay. It's like with Shield Hero. I was like, with them. I was like, oh. I was like, but then I was like, no, they were new. I thought they were a new group that formed in their debut with Shield Hero. And then they were at Crunchyroll Expo.
Oh, were they?
Yeah.
Nice.
But anyways.
Along with, Bitch?
Yes.
Was she at the same convention?
Yeah, she was actually. Multi was out there, yeah.
I had to call her by her new name, so.
Fair enough. Well, she has company from Rental Girlfriend, so.
Yeah. Do you have anything else for,
No,
high school?
no, we're gonna come back for sure. I'm interested in. I haven't been following a tournament fight club series
for a while?
in a long time. So yeah, tournament arc continues.
Not since Boku no Hero.
True.
Which was what, 2 seasons ago?
Yeah, long time. But yeah, cool.
All right. Oh. All right.
So now we're going into Roman's wheelhouse.
My wheelhouse, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, ReZero?
ReZero.
We're into ReZero now. Yes.
So let's start it off by you picking fights with Rem fans. How's that going for you?
I got a lot more laugh reacts than anything. For those who don't know, there's a life-sized Rem figure that is being made that is available on Right Stuff, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Costs $40,000 to pre-order. But you can't just pre-order it. You have to actually contact them and tell them that you want to pre-order it so that they can get a hold of their production company and do all this stuff. And anyway, I went into the comments and I'm seeing all these people, talking about how much they love Ram and all this and that. And I normally don't do this kind of thing, but I figured, why not? Have a little fun. So I went on and I just posted a comment that said, if it was Emilia, I'd have sold a few organs for it, but I don't even know who this character is. Or I don't even know who this is.
Wow.
Going with the whole everybody forgot Rem thing.
Which I thought we were over because I was like, why are they still making that joke? I thought we got over that joke. We fixed it. And then I started watching Series Season 2 and I'm like, oh, now I get it.
Yeah. How Gluttony ate her memories and her name. Like, how does that work? How do you eat a name?
Yeah. So now I'm like, wait, was the fish like their monster or something?
Yeah, that was theirs. I remember him mentioning that they killed their pet or something.
Okay. See, that's...
The whale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's making a lot more sense.
I wonder if we're going to meet any more of the archbishops.
How many episodes is this one? 24?
I think it's the same as the first season.
26? 24? 25.
25, I think.
25, yeah.
I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure it's the same as last season.
Okay.
But yeah, 2 new archbishops with greed and gluttony.
Mm-hmm.
Just totally destroyed Krush and Rem.
Why'd you laugh like that? You happy? You happy that they beat up Rem?
I'm not happy that they beat her up, but it was like...
I always love instigating Roman because Roman is so unabashedly an Emilia fan, so and it seems that he's the minority, so he doesn't really get many opportunities to take pot shots at the opposition. So.
Right.
I like egging him on.
I'm usually the one getting the shots.
Correct. It's like Emilia sucks, Emilia's boring, Emilia's a tool.
Go kill yourself.
You can't say that. Remember, you go play Sudoku.
Yeah, go play Sudoku.
Go play Sudoku. Go. Yeah. Ain't that the fancy Japanese word for it? Yeah. But anyways, yeah, and so that's why I'm always all like, dude. And on top of that too, the Rem fans, they're all like super salty, man. You would think that they spent 600 quartz and didn't get a single 5-star or something. That's how salty they are.
Yeah. Get on our level.
So I'm not even in y'all. I don't have a dog in that fight between y'all. I'm a Ram fan, so.
Which is an even bigger minority.
Yeah, Blue Ram she's all right.
But nobody even really pays attention to the Ram fans, so.
Yeah, because we're off being best girl. We should be best girl.
It's always
just chilling and having a good time. And it's like, but Ram can't do anything. Yes. But she's so proud of herself. That's why she's great. Oh, hey, look, Ram is here. She didn't even do anything. My work here is done. Jumps out the window. Oh man. Yeah. Yeah, so that's why we're just chilling in the corner watching the Amelia and the Blue Ram fans go at it.
With their popcorn.
Right.
And their sodas.
Right. By the way, Blue Ram, she made the popcorn and served the sodas. Because Ram doesn't do anything.
Nope.
I was actually today. That's one of my favorite scenes. Is when Ram tried to like cut the hedges, and then Blue Ram came right behind her and fixed all the things. So yeah, that's and I think that's why I've said it too. I like Echidna, Maya Sakamoto's character.
Yeah,
because she just is so haughty and thinks she's all all that and so highly and all that, and then she just gets punked.
By Subaru.
by Barusu.
Not interested.
Not interested, yeah. So, yeah, that's... Yeah.
Like, look, I just want to go back and see the most beautiful girl in the world, Amelia. So can you just get me out of here? I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to drink your bodily fluids anymore.
No. The rate that people memed that, I was just kind of like... I was disgusted and shocked, and at the same time, like...
Intrigued.
This is ReZero fans, man. This is the fandom.
It's like that meme. I'm sick and curious. the Johnny Bravo meme.
And that's how it became the #1 show of the week. Yeah, but I'm not gonna lie too. It's also that contrary to other characters, because you had Amelia, and Amelia is like. I'm going to be the hero and do what's right. And it's kind of like, okay. And then again, you have Rem, who's like the lost puppy, is like, I love Subaru. I'm going to follow Subaru and protect Subaru. It's like, okay. And then you have Ram, who's just like, I'm just here for the coffee. And so, you have all of those. But then you have this character, Echidna, who is like, I know something. And everyone's like, hey.
I don't care.
Don't care. And so you're like, what's her purpose then? What's she do? So there's that mystery factor that has me interested. But it's also just kind of adorable how she's just kind of like a dork. She's a huge nerd. So it's kind of like the Erishkigal factor, but I'm not as annoyed.
Yeah. Echidna's a lot better than Eresh.
Yeah. Maybe that's why. Maybe if Erishkigal Alfred Bottle... No. God. No, I do too much social media. Oh, jeez. But yeah.
You should do that. You should Photoshop Ereshkigal in Echidna's spot and put Kudao in Subaru's spot. Like, those are my bodily fluids.
Props to Maya Sakamoto, dude. She sold that. She did that with a straight face. She's like, just boom, just executed and nailed that line, man. So, and I actually said that too in my FGO chat. I'm like, in our current summer event in FGO USA, we have 2 versions of Maya Sakamoto. We have Summer Jonu and Summer Jonu Alter. And, every time Maya Sakamoto talks, I just think of offering tea, and so I'm just like, I can't. I just can't do it, And then I'm like, oh, it's good. And so that's why I'm like, what is your impression? You're, like I said, you're more into the ReZero than I am. So what are your thoughts on the character, at least from what you've seen so far?
I like her so far. She's funny.
Were you expecting her
Mysterious.
to be funny?
Not really.
Right? You
I
see her,
was-
you're like, oh man, here it's gonna go down. Oh wait, she's a dork.
Oh yeah, I was kind of expecting her to be more of a big deal,
Right.
but Subaru just threw that out the window when he's like, I don't really care. I just want to go back to Amelia.
Right, and I was expecting a lot more too, because I'm like, oh, she looks like Amelia. I was calling her Amelia Alter.
Yeah,
Right?
you were.
So I'm like, okay, what's this gonna be? Oh, what? She didn't stick around for the tea? Oh, well, so much for that. So then I was like, I wonder what Roman's take on this is.
She did give us a little insight on the witches, though.
Right.
Apparently, they're not that evil.
If she's the indicator, or if she's the benchmark, yes, they're actually kind of dorky.
Well, I mean by like how she was explaining what they've done for people.
Mm-hmm.
They seem to have done a lot for everybody, except for the Witch of Envy, who killed all the witches and then tried to destroy the world. So yeah, just the one exception. There's always one exception.
Always one. Yeah, and then as soon as Echidna, as soon as her role was kind of fading out, then we got into Badasu's parents.
Parents of the Year.
Absolutely. I was watching that and I was like, you know what? If I ever had a son, I would absolutely put him into a figure four. Absolutely. I'm on the same page. And now maybe you might be able to help clarify this, but what was his dad, some sort of an athlete or something?
I guess his dad had a lot of different things he was into.
Okay, because they said, oh, he's a big deal, and I'm like, how's he a big deal?
I guess just anything he did, he was good at.
Okay.
And I guess they expected the same of Subaru, especially when he was younger, when he was like, anything I tried, I was really good at. And then he just started, like what usually happens, what you're usually good at, you start trailing off.
Right.
And then people just start outdoing you, and you're just like, well, I'm not good at that anymore. Let me find something else. And then you find something else, and you're like, well, I'm not good at this anymore. And instead of finding, just moving on and stuff, he just went into a big depression. Because it was, I guess he felt he couldn't live up to his dad's shadow.
Yeah, see, I wasn't sure what his dad was, if he was like an athlete or a track and field star, or if he was a pro wrestler or something.
That's never actually explained that.
Okay.
He just brought up like, I'm on my one day off, and everybody thinks I lost my job when they were walking down the road. They never actually explained what his job was. Just that everybody knows who he is. He's a big deal, and whatever job he had, they thought he lost it.
Yeah, and that's where I was getting caught up. I was all like, why, and his dad is super popular and strong and capable, and Subaru is, no, I'm not going to say a loser, but he is definitely a twat. He's a twat for sure. But, yeah. Yeah. So I was like, what happened here? What did I miss? Where did we go wrong? So... And then, like I said, we went. We were talking earlier about the parents and Subaru's mom is just brutal, just shameless. I know all your secrets. I've even seen your butthole. You can't hide anything from me. I died a little, and I was all like, what's going on? What is up with this season, man? What is this with this? You guys.
I did like that she gave him a big bowl of peas.
Mm-hmm.
Even though nobody in the family likes peas, but he has to be the one that gets over it. And then when his dad made the rice,
yeah,
and she's over in the corner, I can't even stand to look at it.
That's actually something too. Maybe that's a cultural thing too, but that's always something that struck me as interesting and awkward. Is that when you're watching one of these shows with like an anime or whatnot, and then they like pick out a vegetable that, like, for me, I'm gonna just put it on me, is like common. Like, I don't like green bell peppers, and then they make a whole issue. Yeah. Or like Rika as well from Shinibio, where she's like, I don't like tomatoes, and I'm like, I like tomatoes. Or someone else will be like, I don't like bell peppers, and I'm like, I like bell peppers. And so I'm like, I don't know what in the Japanese culture gets these people or these characters or people that they develop these dislikes for like Subaru peas, and for like me, it was just natural. You know, you just kind of grew up. And you're like, okay, it's just peas. You know, you just don't make a big deal out of it. But for for people in the Japanese culture, it's just kind of like a distaste, and that doesn't just happen. You know,
Yeah.
that's something that's a pattern, a behavior that gets adopted because they repeatedly have these encounters with, in this case, these vegetables, and they end up like all these repeated encounters never end well for me. Therefore I don't like it.
That happened to me
With what?
spinach.
Really?
I hate spinach, and that's because my aunt would chase me around the house with it.
I hate my degree, man. This is what I've been doing, by the way. I struggle to watch anime on the level of Roman because I'm finishing up my human development degree, and one of the big elements is psychology. So this is the stuff that you kind of like reference. So in other words, it doesn't just randomly happen. Like you don't wake up one day you're like, you know what sucks? Green bell peppers. It doesn't happen like that. It happens because it's tied to something. You know, like someone made you eat it raw and you're like, this tastes like crap, I don't like it, but they keep making you do it, so eventually you just come to like really resent it.
Right.
It's a habit that becomes a behavior, and in, like you said, in your instance, that'll usually do it.
Yeah.
You associate negative attitude with that experience, and that item becomes the focus of your negative experience, your negative behavior. In this case, the negative behavior is, I do not like spinach because when I was presented with spinach, it sucked. Therefore, I don't like it.
Also, just to clarify for everybody, it wasn't like fresh spinach.
Mm.
It was canned spinach that she would chase me around with.
Wow. That's like that Popeye stuff.
Yeah, it was the Popeye-looking spinach. My grandfather loved spinach. So whenever we had like fish or something, he would have spinach with it. Not me. I couldn't eat it.
So spinach is a big thing for me too because that's part of the diet. But I usually like saute it though.
Right.
So
another thing I don't like is onions. But I just don't like onions.
Yeah.
As far as I know. I don't know if anything happened to me to hate onions, but I just don't like onions.
I use onions a lot too in cooking. So because I usually don't use spices, so I use the onions that'll substitute like salt for the most part for me. So
okay. I mean, I don't mind the flavor that onions give to things, but like to actually eat an onion, I don't know. Unless it's an onion ring. Then I'll eat it.
There you go.
If it's fried,
there you go.
I'll eat it.
Fair. That's usually all it takes. You batter it and fry it. It's just good to go.
Grandpa was the same way though. The only onions he would eat were the grilled onions from In-N-Out.
Okay.
That was the only onions he would eat. He wouldn't eat anything else, not even the onion rings. But I don't know, for some reason, one, he loved the smell of the grilled onions that would come out of In-N-Out, and then he liked the taste. So,
yeah, I if you get a burger and it comes with raw onion, that's fine. But otherwise, if I have the option, like if I go to like Nation's Burgers and there are like onions, it'd be like grilled onions, please, and then like cool. From In-N-Out, they usually come grilled by default. So
yeah.
But
they always ask you, "Do you want grilled onions?" No, thank you. I like that they ask because they know not everybody likes onions.
Yeah. So good on them. Good customer service.
Yeah.
But yeah. I do want to throw the disclaimer too that I am still in learning and in training too. So if anyone else out there is an actual psychology major and you know more about it, the behaviors and patterns, I'm all ears. But that's just been my experience with all of that. So, serving a mountain of peas to be all like, you don't like peas, so I'm just gonna make a crap ton of it, and this will help you get over your dislike of peas. That's probably not gonna help. And then trying to hide it with like pilaf.
I mean, they ate it.
They did.
I thought it was funny that they kept passing it around. Pushed it to the dad. Dad pushed it to the mom. Mom pushed it to him. He pushed it back to the dad. Back to the mom. Back to him. He's like, "What are we gonna do with this? Nobody wants it."
And that's why it's the best show of the week.
What was it? Oh, there was another line his mom said that I really liked when she was talking about the mayonnaise.
Yeah.
When she's in the house and he goes, "I'm about to eat some mayonnaise. You want some?" It's like, Well, for one, I used to eat mayonnaise sandwiches.
Okay.
So I'm not judging that she would eat mayonnaise. I love mayonnaise. But the fact that she was like, what would you rather choose, the world or mayonnaise? And he was like, the world? She goes, see, you don't like mayonnaise. Like, what? Just like what Subaru said. You don't just choose mayonnaise over the world. If you choose mayonnaise over the world, you just hate the world. You don't love mayonnaise.
Yeah.
But she had like a smug look on her face because she was right that he didn't like mayonnaise. I think it was the smug look I liked. She was like super proud of herself.
Second season of ReZero, everybody. This is what you guys have been waiting almost 3 years for.
Well, not me. I've been waiting a year. I just watched season 1 like last year, so I didn't wait that long.
You need to watch that movie.
I do. Did you watch both of them or just watch the one?
What is it, the Frozen Bond or whatever?
Yeah, with Amelia and Puck?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one I haven't watched. The other one, I forget what it's called, but it takes place around the time where he's about to go on his date with Amelia.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
That's where I think, was it this episode or was it the second movie actually referenced that? They're like, oh, you just came back from your date. And it was like, oh. Yeah. Maybe it was the movie.
Might have been the movie.
Yeah, they actually. So I guess the movies are connected, or they bridge each other.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still need to watch the one with Amelia, though.
Yeah, as an Amelia guy, you'll appreciate that. You'll just be like, haha, see, she's not useless. She's not a giant tool.
Well, I've never thought that to begin with. So, I mean, Amelia is really powerful. They just don't show it that often.
They showed it in the movie. So I'm saying, it's like, it's an Amelia guy, you'll appreciate it. Someone like me and
every other Rem fan.
Hey, excuse me, Ram?
No.
Blue Ram is okay.
I was just bringing up the Rem fans. There's you,
cause.
and then the Rem fans.
I'm the third faction. We're not even talking about all the Felt or the Krush. And definitely not the Felix fans. Oof. They're on their own,
Felix.
man. They're on their own.
Felix is on the same level as a Stall.
Yeah.
Best girl. No, I'm joking.
Oof. Yeah.
Yeah.
Krush.
Poor Krush, too. What, she lost an arm?
Yeah.
And her memories? She's a nicer person, though. Not that she was that bad when she had her memories to begin with. I mean, you just needed to get on her good side, and she was an okay person.
Right. So you give her something that's in it for her.
Yeah.
She was on your side.
But that's basically the same with all of the candidates. Do something for me, I'll do something for you.
Completely forgot about Felt. I was like, oh yeah, Felt is a thing, huh?
I always forget her name.
Rip.
It's like you were in like the first few episodes, and then we never saw you again until like episode 20? 19? No, wait. Maybe 17. Because it was before Rem declared her love to Subaru.
Blue Ram.
Yeah, before she got Amelia zoned. I love Amelia.
And a meme was born.
Yes.
Man. And that's what I said too. I was like, it looks like season 2 is like a completely different animation studio. Like, I don't know.
They might have just improved a bit.
Yeah.
Because they'd done a few shows before this, right? Because they did Goblin Slayer.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they did another show after Goblin Slayer, didn't they? It's what, White Fox?
Is it what? I have no idea. It looks completely different. Like it uses more like brushes or something. It's like, yeah. Like the movie looked more in line with season 1, but the season 2 art style just looked way different. Like they cranked up the yellow filter on it, and I'm like, what is this?
Well, no, they definitely had that in the last episode. But that was because it was the trial, and they're like in a dream almost.
Yeah, that stuck out to me. So I was like, all right. But yeah, I'm not gonna like hold it against it. Like, oh, I'm gonna stop watching because the animation is so awful. It's like, no, it's just something that I noticed. But
That has changed.
yeah, that is definitely different. But like I said, I think that the character Echidna has caught my interest, so I'm at least in it for Maya Sakamoto.
Oh, they did Cautious Hero.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
That explains Isekai Quartet.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that was the series they did before the second season of ReZero, and they did Arifureta? I know Lar watched that one.
Sounds familiar.
I've heard a little bit about it. It wasn't that good, from what I heard. Apparently, they butchered the source material.
Ouch.
So yeah, I might not. I might watch it because I've not read the source material, so I might enjoy it.
Right.
But
right.
I guess for those who have read it, they would really not like it, and you should just avoid it.
So the secret to enjoying it is just going blind.
I guess so.
Sounds good. It's a good plan of action.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So, also, I remember I shared this to you on the messenger about his parents, that I guess they never stopped looking for him, really, after he disappeared. Police couldn't find anything, because, I mean, he just disappeared. I don't know if they think he ran away, or if he kidnapped, or he's just dead somewhere. Multiple places in the other world, but...
Which was my first answer, my first response was, so he got hit with the truck, so I guess he didn't leave a body. There was no corpse.
Yeah.
Because, Sorceress, or Villainous, Villainous, she left the body, because they buried her.
Yeah.
And then Slime, he left the body, because they cremated him, I think. He got cremated, right? Or
Yeah.
Or at least buried.
One of the two.
So they found the body for him. Kazuma, I don't really know. I don't know.
He died at the hospital. That was a body. Remember, his parents laughed at him.
No, that's right, because he didn't actually get hit. He just dropped dead
from shock.
Yeah.
And then he peed himself.
Yeah. So Kazuma left the body, but Badasu got hit so hard he didn't even leave a body.
Did he actually get hit with a truck? I thought he just walked through some fog and he was in the world.
I thought he got trucked.
I don't think he got trucked.
He didn't get trucked?
No.
I swear he got trucked.
I think he was just brought to that world.
Oh, okay.
Like he was leaving the convenience store, and then all of a sudden, there he is.
Okay, well then that explains it then. That's why they weren't able to find a body. Because that's why I thought he got trucked. Because I thought that was where the meme came from, it was because it was him and it was Cosmo who both got trucked. And then later on, Sakura from Zombieland Saga. That's not really an isekai. But she also got trucked. Truck-kun.
Who was it? Oh God, what was the name of that one? Average. She wanted the average life.
Oh, make my abilities average.
Make my abilities average. Yeah, she was the one that brought up. I got hit with the truck.
Yeah.
She knew the truck.
Yeah, I completely forgot. She did get trucked, didn't she?
She did get trucked.
Yeah. So there you go.
Yeah.
And then Tanya got trained. So truck's not good enough. we gotta go bigger. So.
Yeah, most people get hit with the truck. Kazuma got, he was shocked.
Truck.
But yeah. The only other one that didn't get trucked was Shield Hero.
Yeah.
She got pulled into the book.
She got Fushugi Yugi'd.
Yeah. Which I haven't watched.
Yeah, that's a little older.
I mean, I remember when it was airing, but I never watched it. It was the same with Fruits Basket at the time when that was airing. I didn't watch that either.
Yeah, that's good. And then that's you don't really hear a whole lot. I mean, we've touched on it a couple of times with like Villainess about like everything that's going on while she's dead and gone, but that little nod to Badasu's parents was just kind of like, aww.
Not many shows do that.
No.
I think I saw in the comments that they did that with one other show. And I remember I was thinking of another show that did that, but it turned out to be Futurama. when Nibbler gave Fry the chance to speak with his mother when she was asleep to let him know that he was not coming back and he was in the future and stuff like that. It was a sad episode.
Yeah,
and that was only like a few minutes.
Futurama does that. They're like, oh yeah, we can be serious too. Like, aww. All right, now we're gonna be back to being dumb. Look at our parody of Married with Children.
Yeah. We already got Peg. So.
Yeah. There you go. There you go. That's he got frozen isekai.
Yeah, he did.
Cryostasis isekai.
But yeah, so far I'm enjoying the second season.
Yeah,
I like it. Definitely a lot more Amelia, which I like. And I guess from what I've been hearing from everybody else, it's going to change a lot of people's minds about her this season.
So you're feeling pretty confident, huh?
Well, I don't really care what other people think. I like Amelia. If you don't like it, too bad. Not you. No, I'm not talking to you.
Hey.
I'm talking to all these Rem fans out there. You can tell me to kill myself all I want. I'll just, I don't know, put all my Amelia figures on the bed and just roll around on them or something.
Fair enough.
Which I have to pay for one, actually.
Yeah.
I have another one that's coming. I think next month the big one comes in, the one that I was actually told to go and commit Sudoku.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that comes in next month.
Do you remember where that comment was?
I'll just go through my my log and find it.
Okay. Because you can, if you do find it, remember you can save it on Facebook. You can save posts.
Yeah.
So you can always just go and come back and be like, hey, remember me?
I got the figure.
And be like, I love Amelia.
Rem who? No, I'm kidding.
More like Blue Ram who?
Also, I guess we learned also in this season that Beatrice knew Betelgeuse.
Mm-hmm.
In some way.
Yeah, they rolled together apparently.
And she got really upset when she found out that Subaru killed him.
Yeah, she's a little salty about that.
I'm wondering what their relationship was. Were they just like friends or something? Like how did they know
the cult
each
together?
other?
Apparently.
Were they?
Yeah, that's what I gathered. So, but I guess she broke out or she evolved or something. But that's my understanding of it. But again, I'm sure it'll come into play.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. I spoiled myself on some things yesterday, so because I don't want to get into it. I'm not going to get into it. But I'll just tell you guys, I spoiled myself on some things, and now I'm looking forward to more of the series because I want to see some of it.
You think they're going to get to it in this season?
Nah, not this season. I think it'll be next season if they do another one.
Oh, they're going to do another one.
As long as they don't wait another 3 years.
This is one of the things that I actually said because there's a guy in another chat where he's an actual unironically likes Kirito, and I said that this is going to be an interesting season because now we literally have head to head between Sword Art and ReZero, and right now, as we just saw on the trending, ReZero is winning. Granted, it's only week 4, so we have at least 8 more weeks to go to the 12 episodes.
Yeah.
But, anything can change. But, yeah, you got... I think in Maya Sakamoto's in both series, at least. But, yeah, you have, Haruka Tomatsu and Kayano Ai going up against Takahashi Rie and Inori Minase. So, there's a lot of talent going around right now, so...
Yeah. It's a lot of good VAs.
Yeah, so... Yeah, it's not to say that I don't think Inori Minase was not in Sword Art. I just don't recall. But, yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember. I only watched the first season.
Yeah, same. I watched first season and I started Gun Gale, but I didn't get too far. I think 3 or 4 episodes and then I stopped. But
yeah, I started the second season, but I got 4 episodes in, and then I just stopped watching it. Because I remember when I first started doing the series seasonally, every time there was a Sword Art season, they'd be like, do Sword Art. I haven't even watched the other seasons. So I'm sorry, but I'm not going to do it because I haven't watched season 2 or Gun Gale or this one. So I don't know what's going on.
You should watch Alternative. Alternative is a standalone side story.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty good. I'm sure that if you I've seen the other series, you'd probably get a couple of the references of the Easter eggs. But for someone like me that hasn't, and only seen like the first season, I appreciated it, and I had a lot of fun with it. So, and the characters were fun. So,
Okay.
and Len, Karen's voice, her in the real world, her name was Karen, and in game, her name was Len. Her voice, I think that was her debut role. So,
Okay.
and
Cool.
she killed it. She absolutely murdered it. So, I had fun with Alternative, but I digress. Again, it's going to be a really interesting fight to see the ReZero and the Sword Art. And I know there's a lot of crossover because a lot of people watch both. I mean, we've seen both.
Right.
But yeah, right now I'm more interested in ReZero than
Sword Art.
So, and everyone keeps saying they're like, "Oh, the War of the Underworld actualization is actually good," and I'm like, "Probably is," but I'm just
Not interested right now.
not really feeling it right now.
No.
So, but yeah, it'll be a good fight.
And the ratings, rankings, everything. Yeah,
Maybe
right now ReZero is number one. It dropped Sword Art out of number one because that dropped 2 spaces.
To make way for Sword Art or for ReZero, yeah.
Yeah, to make way for ReZero. And then Snafu stayed at number 2.
Snafu's just like, I'm gonna let these isekais just fight each other.
Yeah.
And then once Truck-kun hits both of them, I'll take number 1.
It's my time to shine. I'm sure it'll hit number 1 at some point.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure each of these 3 shows will hit number 1 multiple times throughout the season. But who's going to stay number 1 the longest is the question. And that'll be Uzaki.
If Uzaki hits number 1, I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna laugh so hard. I'm gonna laugh harder than Uzaki and just be like, Sukoi Dekai. Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm looking forward to this season to see what else we learn. And I think actually, so I remember back when Isekai Quartet Season 1 was going, when they brought the secondary characters in, and they had Reinhard, and Subaru was listing off everything that he had that he could do, and Ainz is even over there like, well, how do you beat this guy? Everybody, I remember going online and like looking it up because I was like, does he really have these powers? They didn't seem that powerful. Like, he seemed powerful, but didn't seem like he had all this when they showed him fight. And I looked it up, and they showed the image from where the author was listing all of his powers. And then it was just a big debate on how he's not as powerful as everybody's making him out to be. Because, people like to try to degrade everybody. He's not that powerful. He's not this. He couldn't beat this guy in the series. He couldn't beat that person in the series. But then everybody's all like I know one guy was like, actually, he did beat this person in the series. But people would overlook that and then continue with he can't beat this person. Or like, he can't beat the witch, And then somebody's like, well, the author actually said that they'd be in a stalemate. But they overlooked that and just kept going. It's like,
can he beat Goku, though?
Maybe. Who knows? It's like he can give himself any power he wants, from what I understand.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm in it for Blue Ram. For Ram and for Echidna.
For now. We'll see how she progresses.
Yeah.
Also read in some of the comments that people are like, wait till you see her later on, you're not going to like her.
Don't say that.
Don't tell me she's going to be like Rachel. Or Mommy. Who we're about to get into soon. Or Melty.
Malty?
Malty, whatever.
I like Melty. Malty.
Whatever her name
Bitch of the year 2019.
Yeah.
She had her title taken, though.
2 times. But she's still in top 3.
Ooh. All right. But yeah.
So, yeah. You have anything else?
I'm good. I'm good. Like I said, more on the Witch of Greed.
All right. Yeah, she's greed. Because she's always after knowledge.
Yeah.
Which apparently that's what she gave to the world, knowledge.
It's a good witch.
Yeah.
And tea. Lots of tea.
I wonder if it's her sweat.
Oh,
you didn't say which bodily fluid.
That's the joke. Yeah. You can get creative on that one.
Like, what is it with this tea? Not good, but it's not bad either. Oh, it's produced here. It's one of my bodily fluids.
All right, bodily fluids.
All right.
So rental girlfriend.
Rental girlfriend. We had a lot of that in the first few episodes.
So I heard about this one before the season even started.
Yeah.
And I wasn't even going to pay attention to it. I was like, it's probably another dumb harem, whatever, no substance. Then I saw the voice actress line up. And I'm like,
now I got
me.
you.
Now you got me. You got me. I'm going in. So, Amamiya Sora, Aoi Yuki, Toyama Now, and Takahashi Rie. Those four are basically the revolving door of every main show in the last 10 years. They've probably been involved in.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's not say 10. Let's say 7 since 2013.
Okay.
And all four of them are in the same show. And I'm like, I don't know what to expect. And so then when I started watching it, I was like, this is like a dumpster fire that got hit by a train wreck. And then a plane crashed on top of it. And it's so awful, I can't stop watching. And I'm going to let you get started because you're the one actually that said, like, after the first episode, maybe the second episode, you're like, oh, I got a lot to say about this. So you go ahead. I'm going to let you talk.
Well, I had a lot to say about the guy.
Okay, go ahead and talk about Kazuya.
Kazuya. Ugh. As other people call him, sympathy here.
Took it from Bam.
Took it from Bam. But let's face it, he is.
Oh, absolutely. Literally the same.
Okay, first episode, I thought he was okay, you know? I mean, he had his little breakdown where he got angry because she wasn't, doing, like, holding his hand out just to make him feel special.
Right.
It was something she actually did for her clients. It's like, dude, she's a rental girlfriend. That's something couples do. They hold hands. She's not just going to hold your hand because you're special. That's going to be for all of her clients. Don't get mad over that, idiot. But I still ended up kind of liking him, at least at the end of that episode. I was like, all right, he's okay. He's just a little lonely because his girlfriend dumped him for somebody else, apparently. Which would totally suck, especially if she's smiling at you when she's telling you that you're breaking up because she fell in love with someone else. Which I don't know. I'm kind of mixed on that because I'm like, okay, at least she had the decency to break up with him because she fell in love with someone else instead of just cheating on him the entire time. But then I'm like, how do I know she wasn't cheating on him for a little bit and then broke up with him? So I'm kind of mixed on that part, but we'll find out later, I guess. Then episode 2 happened, where he's dragging poor Chizuru all over the place to meet his grandmother, lying to his friend, saying that she's his girlfriend. Which, okay, he had his reasons. His best friend knew his grandmother, and if he would have known that they weren't actually dating, he might have told her or something, whatever. What really got me was, okay, all of these people think that she's your girlfriend, and you run into your ex when they take you to go drinking and get some food and stuff like that. Hang out. And then while her and your fake girlfriend are chatting, your ex starts pretty much bad-mouthing you. And your fake girlfriend actually sticks up for you because she didn't like what she was saying about you, and you stick up for the ex. Like, what is wrong with you?
Simp! Yeah. That way, yeah.
It's like, how does this make you look to other girls that you're not going to defend them if your ex is around? That just makes you look bad. Incredibly bad. And then let's not even get into the beach episodes. Like, Jesus Christ.
It's like it's putting gasoline on the dumpster fire.
Right?
Oh, the way I'm laughing right now, this nervous, like, anxious laugh is basically me the last 4 episodes.
And
like, I'm like, oh, no, I can't stop watching.
that's basically
so
me.
bad.
That's
So
basically
bad.
me too. Like, I'm like,
No,
dude.
no, don't, oh, no.
He got a little credit when he stuck up for Chihiro when his ex was bad-mouthing her a little bit.
Yeah.
He got a little bit of like, okay, you kind of back up there a little bit, but you're still an idiot because you stuck up for her a little. But again, then the beach episodes happened. I really like his friend.
Everyone said that.
I really like his friend.
Everyone said that. That meme makes a lot more sense now when they did all the breakdowns. Come watch Rental Girlfriend. We have blah blah blah, and then they had a picture of him that wasn't even in anime form, and they said this is Best Boy.
Yeah, Best Boy. Yeah, that's what he is. He basically broke it all down when he started beating on him because he said that him and Chizuru were breaking up. Which, I mean, I don't blame him for doing that because they've been trying to get the whole "we're breaking up" thing across for a while. But he's been too busy spreading the lie that they're dating that when it finally happened, it was, well, after seeing how he was around Mommy, his ex, that entire trip, to finally say, oh, we're thinking of breaking up, his friend just snapped. And he deserved the punching.
The beatdown.
The beatdown.
Yeah. Oh.
And then his friend to yell at Mommy, too, like, and you.
Yeah.
Stop leading him on.
You know he's a dork. You know he's a dimwit. He's an idiot.
Yeah.
You know he falls for that.
So yeah, I like his friend a lot. He's an idiot. I don't know. I'm still kind of on the fence about him, but he's like on the lowest part of the fence. Like, we'll see how he does later on in the series. If he actually starts sticking up for her a little more, Chizuru, or if he's still simping after Mommy, who's doing everything she can to break them up, which is basically why she is the worst girl in this series. Because why? Because he found somebody a month after they broke up. So now she's got to do everything in her power to make sure that they break up. That's just evil.
For once, when Roman says he doesn't like an Aoi character, I actually agree with him. All the other times I just give him crap like, oh, you just don't like Aoi. It's just he's like, no, this time he's right.
Yeah. It's like, I don't hate the voice actress, I just don't like her characters. But this time...
I think everyone's on the same page.
Everybody's pretty much on the same page, unless they're trying to troll.
You know, and I keep coming to that too. I'm like, watch, because they keep showing her, she's so, kawaii and moe and the opening and all that. And I'm all like, well, are they trying to, like, you should give her a redemption arc? And I don't know if I've ever said this on the podcast, but maybe you've heard it in other conversations, but when it comes to me and villains and bad guys, I don't like there to be, like, the redemption villain or all that. I don't really like that. I'm not really a big fan of, like, the villain redeems himself. Unless you're like Darth Vader or some crap, and you don't want your son to follow in your shadowy footsteps. That's one thing. But when you, like, with cells at work and you try to make me sympathize with cancer, no. No. Well, they call me like, you want me to feel bad for Thanos? No.
Thanos did nothing wrong.
Thanos, you just wanted balance. It's like, no. So it's like, oh, Mommy does all of this. And remember, this whole time, Mommy was supposedly with her boyfriend, her new boyfriend, who was there this whole time. He was there at the restaurant. He was there at the beach. So she's doing all of this shenanigans. I was about to cuss. All of this in front of him.
That is her boyfriend, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Is he the one she's texting?
I have no idea.
That's going on about him. Like, I gotta break them up.
I don't know. I literally don't know.
Because she's always on the phone with somebody talking about this.
And it's both. She's tweeting and texting.
Yeah.
So, but we haven't at least in terms of the anime watchers, we don't know who she's sending those messages to.
Yeah.
It could just be like her own like live journal.
It could be.
So
maybe she's just blogging.
Yeah. So I just, when I saw the little GIF of them all doing their little cutesy little moe poses, and then I saw them, I'm like, all right, well this is probably just going to be like another dumb harem, like We Never Learn, or quintuplets or something. Oh, they're all just sweet girls. It's just, which one is he going to fall? No. No. Aoyuki did the greatest, speaking of wrestling, the greatest WWE heel turn. Never saw it. I just was like, Aoyuki can never do wrong. She didn't even make me angry when she was Tanya. Yay! And then she just ripped it right out of my chest.
Yep.
And showed it to me like, you still think I'm cute? You still think I'm moe? Hell, man, you know what she did? Remember when in Shimosa, when Shuten just stuck her claws right into your guts and she's all playing around with your innards?
Yeah.
And then she's just kind of like, okay, I'm done. And then, she at least, and she patched you up. She had the decency to stitch you up a little bit.
Yeah, well, like, the only thing with that, like, I would have been really angry about that, but they do kind of explain that she was kind of fixing his cords to make it so that he can contact Caldea.
Exactly, see? She wasn't even a scumbag when she was the bad guy. As Shuten! Aoyuki still wasn't that bad. But then Mommy...
And it wasn't even supposed to be the same Shuten.
No.
But she still had kind of, like, memories of him.
Right.
So, that's why I wasn't really mad at her for that, because she was trying to help.
Yeah! So she wasn't, when she was supposed to be the bad guy, she wasn't even bad guy. But then Mommy comes and... This chick has no redemption. I'm like, no. No. And this guy's like, well, simp. Simp. Oh.
She's an angel.
Oh, yeah.
Which he actually said.
And I'm like, I know I always make I've been going on about how just heartbroken I am about all this, but this is, if you haven't gotten it by now, it's a testament to her just vocal ability. She sells it. We were just talking about Maya Sakamoto selling bodily fluids.
Yeah.
But Aoyuki just sells being the bad guy. It's just, caught me off guard, man. And that's the best way to do it. There's not too many times in like wrestling history that I personally can remember great heel turns. It was like Stone Cold joins up with Vince, Shawn Michaels betrays Marty Jannetty. What else do we have? The Rock goes heel.
Yeah.
There's not that many moments. John Cena when he was Thugonomics. It was, or Kevin Owens when he betrayed Sammy in NXT and just power bombs him onto the apron. It was moments like those where you never saw it coming. And of course, Seth Rollins when he betrayed the Shield, took a chair right to Roman and Dean Ambrose, and you never saw it coming.
And that chair hurt too.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I always make that joke.
Roman Reigns. Yeah. One of these days, you're gonna have to tell us what it's like to live with the name Roman. But yeah, it was like that. It was one of those feelings when you're like, yeah, I can't do anything wrong. She's absolutely doing everything wrong. Yeah. And you're like, ooh, but it's like that too, because this, I think I've said when we were talking about Boku Hero, is the reason why the heroes are able to be so exceptional is because they have good villains to prop them up. So, if Aoyuki playing this absolute scumbag makes like Chizuru and the like Ruka, who's Toyama Nao's character, look good or are good, I'm willing to make that sacrifice. But if you're gonna be a bad guy, go all the way. Be a bad guy all the way. We ended this last episode, and she's like, "Oh, can you come see me at the pool?" No, bitch, bye. Click.
Oh, but he's going to, or at least he was until Chizuru fell over the boat. He was like, "Okay, what time? What time should I be there?" I'll bring you a wedding ring.
Yeah. Oh my god. We had names for the kids, remember? Oh my god. Oh.
Maya was the name of the daughter. Actually, they were going to name it Maya no matter what.
Yeah.
Boy or girl, it was Maya.
Yeah, and then it was actually Maya from Bang Dream.
Yeah. Oh, and then she throws out that line, "Now Maya will never be born." It's like, oh my god.
God. This is me for 4 episodes. Like, no. Oh, it's so bad. Oh, I gotta get the manga. I'm surprised the manga actually hasn't come out yet. I'm surprised. It comes out this month, like next week, right, or this week?
Oh, does it?
Yeah, it's still you can still pre-order it on Amazon.
Oh.
But, yeah, oh my god. Yeah, and then out of nowhere, you have, for as great as Aoyuki is, we have the flip side, the other side of the coin, and that's Amamiya Sora just killing it right now as Chizuru.
Yes.
As Rental Aqua. And I made this reference that when she was lecturing Kazuya and she's all like, "Quit being a little bitch!" And it's like, what kind of a world are we living in when Aqua was the one dropping the knowledge bombs? It used to be Kazuma was the one lecturing Aqua to stop being a dork, stop being a loser, and now look how the times have changed. And she actually is using the Aqua voice, because I'll tell you what, when I watched Monster Musume, I didn't know that Amamiya Sora was both characters. I didn't know that she was both Aqua and Mia. I had no idea.
Right.
But you can tell when Chizuru gets into it that that's the Aqua voice right there. And yeah, and it's like she deserves so much better. It's like you're better than this. Come on. And she's so professional, Yeah. All of this going on, and she just never breaks kayfabe.
No. She's doing her job.
Yeah. And
exactly how she should. Being the girlfriend.
And then, of course, they always like, is it really an act, though? Is it an act? Ooh. Yeah. But the odds of her being the rental girlfriend and living in the same apartment complex and her grandmother's in the same hospital is just like coincidence on coincidence. Yeah. Anime tropes.
And they live next door.
Yeah.
Which I called.
In the same university. Of course.
Was a... I mean, she make like $150, $200 every time they go out?
Yes. Plus expenses.
Plus expenses?
Yes.
I'd act too. It'd be bad, but I'd act.
Yo, but she even remembered, she admitted that she read the book.
Yeah, she bought a book on fish for their date.
Yeah, just to be better.
She's a professional.
Ah. And he's just...
And that was the time he chose to yell at her.
Right.
For... faking, holding his hand.
Yeah.
You knew it was a rental.
What's funny too is before I started watching that, I know I shared the meme that this dude went over to Japan and he's like, I rented a mom.
Yeah.
So it was like, yeah.
That was the Anime Man.
What?
That's his name, the Anime Man.
Oh, Anime Man?
It was the Anime Man. Yeah. He rented a Japanese mom.
Yeah. So that's why it was really good timing. It was like, I saw the meme, I was like, ha 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 ha. And then the next thing I know is, rental girlfriend is all like, oh, this is a show. I don't think it has no correlation, but okay. Yeah, because even more reason to check it out then. Let's see what the meme is accurate. Oh, okay. And then she's all talking about Yelp reviews. You knocked my score down from a 0.3. I'm like,
I was getting nothing but 5s. What did he give her? A 1?
Yeah.
He gave her a 1.
Yeah. Or like a half a star. And it brought down her overall rating by 0.3 points. So what a dick.
I mean, seriously. And she even asked him, did I do my job bad?
Yeah.
Did you not have a good time on our date? No. Oh, seeing as how we were talking about parents, the grandma, we brought her up earlier, is amazing.
Hilarious.
I love the grandma in this series.
She plays Princess Connect and Azur Lane.
Azur Lane, yeah.
So, I mean, you can't... And she knows what it's like to be in the salt mines.
She's in gotcha hell.
Yeah. This is where we were, like, 24 hours ago?
Yeah. It's like, oh. So, she wailed for the girl that looked like Chizuru in that one game.
The Princess Connect.
Princess Connect. She looked like Chizuru, so I wailed for her.
Which Aoyuki is a character in Princess Connect. I don't know if Amamiya Sora is. I don't know if she's in Princess Connect. But yeah.
Oh yeah, Yuki was that one, the one girl, right?
The maid that helped Kokoro in the forest.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that was her.
I know. I did a good job with that one. That one girl, right?
Yeah, that one girl. That one girl that Aoyuki played.
Yeah.
The one that show.
Mm-hmm. And that'd be just about any show you could think of.
Correct.
She's in a lot of shows.
Correct.
Yeah, the grandma's great. I like the grandma.
Yeah, the grandma is relatable, and at the same time too, it's like the grandma had her like dweeb moments, but then she's also like don't do it for me, do it for you, do it because you actually love this girl and all that. Don't I'll be dead, but you'll have to live, with your choices.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, okay. So it's like everybody is just like carrying this guy, like his friend said. He's like, yeah, he makes dumb decisions and he makes people bail him out and clean up after him, but he means well. And it's like, yeah, but that only gets you so far.
Yeah.
Like Chizuru said, just like the moment that she actually respected him was when he actually stood up for himself.
Yeah, when his friend was beating on him.
Yeah. Well, and then she says, you had the balls to break it up and admit to everybody in front of everybody that we're breaking up. She goes, it's the first time you actually acted like a man. And I'm like, well,
she's not wrong.
No.
Before that, he was just continuing the lie.
Yeah.
She's my girlfriend.
Here's money.
I'll rent you every Wednesday so we can go visit my grandma.
So, this morning on the aftermath of last night's rolls, that's I shared the picture of Chizuru with her phone. Because the dude was all like, my wallet hurts. And so I'm like... So, and then I think the same guy asked too, he's like, is it simping if we're wailing and gotcha? And I was like, no, because when you rent a girlfriend, you don't get to keep anything. But at least when you simp and gotcha, you get to keep the JPEG. So you get something. You actually get to leave with something.
Well, for as long as your account is still active.
Correct. But remember, man, he didn't get anything. All he got was a handshake at the end. Yeah. And he still gave her a 0.5 review.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, man, it's God, this show's awful. It's so good, but it's it's so bad.
I enjoy it.
Yeah, it's great.
It's like one of those movies, like you were saying. It's like it's so bad that it's good.
Yeah.
You just gotta continue watching it to see how much worse it's gonna get.
Oh man.
Now we gotta see what happens with him.
Dude, he had the mommy picture. Scrunched up tissues in a garbage can. That's the other thing too that I can't believe they did that. I can't believe they went there and to the picture of mommy. I'm like, are you kidding? What? Bruh. And he didn't even wash his hands.
No, he didn't. He just went on his way.
Oh, God. Oh, man. And then that's how the ending credits ended, too. It's like... Oh. We still have 2 more girls. We still haven't even finished.
Nope.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah. This is, yeah. Yeah, like I said, looking at the list of the shows we talked about, ReZero is a returning show. God of High School, we had positive experience with Korean manhwa. Uzaki-chan, we knew what Uzaki was all about.
Yeah.
So, this one, completely blindsided, and right now it's probably my favorite trash fire of the season. Only because it's like, again, going back on and reflecting on the other shows we've talked about tonight, it's like I'm thinking about like Monster Girl Doctor, and it's like, for me, it's like it feels like the Monster Girl Doctor is like over fast. Like episodes are like and then it's like over.
Yeah.
So when you kind of like try to pull back memories of Monster Girl Doctor, it's just kind of like all blurred together. But when you're watching rental girlfriend, it's like there's so many set pieces. Like, okay, this is awful. It gets worse. Oh God, this is terrible. Why? No, don't do that. Oh,
Don't do this to me.
And then again, going back to the restaurant, and Chizuru is just like, stand up for yourself. You're just gonna take it, and he's just like, yeah, she's kind of right. And it's like, oh,
So yeah, you're just gonna take it.
Please love me, mommy-chan. Oh, God. And then yeah, but then when she came out the bathroom though at the beach at the convenience store, and it was like, oh, mommy-chan totally ate it. She was like, oh, jealous. Boobs are a deadly weapon. So it was good. She needed to get taken down a peg or two. So
yeah.
Yeah, man, this is awful. This is pretty bad. But I can't stop watching.
So they get you.
Yeah.
It's like The Room.
Yeah.
Or Troll 2. Or something like that.
Yeah. I mentioned this too because, like I said, last night I caught up on Peter Grill, and I was all like, oh yeah, Peter Grill is like a Monster Grill reviewer, and with the relationship problems of Renzel girlfriend, but none of the charm of either shows. Because it's all like, oh, Mommy-chan sucks, Mommy sucks. Okay, is everybody gone now? Oh, Mommy-chan, you're the best. I didn't mean any of that, Mommy-chan. I'm sorry. I didn't mean any of that. Please take my Twitch dono.
That was another thing. She blocked him from Twitter.
Correct.
She blocked you, dude.
She was an accident. I swear she didn't mean to. What was that? Yeah. Yeah, the cat also is he's a Mommy-chan fan. So, oh man. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm gonna stop right there. I'm gonna leave it there because this is I have a feeling that I want to meet the other two characters, the other two girls. So Takashi Rie character and Toyoma Nao's character, and then kind of like see into it because this just having the Aoyuki Amamiya Sora rivalry is already pretty powerful. So now I want to see once the all four combine, how much of a mess this is going to be. So,
What is her role in all this?
So Toyama now becomes she rents Kazuya, so he becomes rental boyfriend to her, and then Takashi Rie's character is Kohai. Get it?
Okay.
Yeah. Mashu.
She's good at that.
Yeah, she's typeset. She's just stereotyped. It's like, we need a Kohai. Where's Takashi Rie? Give her a call.
Wow.
So.
Well, I mean, at least he's going to be making some money, so we can rent Chizuru.
Yeah.
If he continues.
Yeah. I'm trying to think now. Is Takashi Rie and Amamiya Sora, have they worked together? Because Aoyuki and Sora Amamiya obviously were in like Seven Deadly Sins.
They're in FGO together, aren't they?
Yeah, I'm trying to avoid FGO because everybody's in FGO. So I wanted to avoid that. But like in an anime, I don't know. I'm gonna have to research that.
Yeah.
But yeah. But yeah, man. Oh, it hurts just talking about it. That's why I wanted to save this for the last. I was like, dude, it's so hard. It's so hard. But now I'm like, all right, I think we've established how. And remember too, in the commercial a couple of years, 2017, 2018, when they were advertising the manga, they actually had Kazuma, Fukushima Jun. He did the voice of Kazuya in their commercial. And now, even though he's not doing Kazuya in the anime, it still is kind of funny that they make him sound almost like Kazuma.
Yeah.
I thought that's hilarious. So it was Aqua and Kazuma all over again. But this time, Aqua is yelling at Kazuma.
Yes.
But
tables have turned.
Cat doesn't like it. So yeah. But I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna leave it there because we're gonna come back, and I'm so distraught by this show. By all yeah. Yeah, that's what I got. So
all right. That's pretty much all I got too. I just wanted to yell at the dude.
you were holding that in for weeks now, so
Fireworks.
Yeah, fireworks. All right, that's the ending bang. So we got to wrap this up then.
Yep.
So let's get out of here. So, any last words or last updates? Oh yes, actually, to wrap it all up, Roman and I have been talking about doing Discord viewing parties.
Yes.
And so I am thinking, and we'll make an announcement too. August 13th at roughly 8 p.m. Pacific time, we're going to have a viewing party in the Discord channel. We're actually probably going to do Rental Girlfriend. So if you guys want to join, come on in. We'll have the Discord channel. It will be in the description.
Yep.
And I'll just do a screen share, and we'll just watch the first 4 episodes. It'll be obviously subtitled. And then, yeah, so watch, talk shop, ask Roman when's One Piece coming back. And yeah, and then like I said, we'll be talking about it some more. We'll make announcements and whatnot. But yeah, that's something that I'm thinking that might happen on the off weeks. My plan would be like this week. Obviously, we record podcast, and then the following week on Thursday nights we'll have viewing parties. And then it'll just be whatever we're in the mood for. Could be like I don't know, like the live action Rurouni Kenshin movie.
Yep.
Stuff like that. But I think that for the first gathering, we'll have the first 4 episodes of Rental Girlfriend. So hey, maybe one time we'll watch 4 episodes of Urusei Yatsura, right?
Yeah.
So
see some lum.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm always up for some lum.
So yeah, look forward to that, and we'll make more announcements over the next week and so. So that's all I got.
All right.
So take us away.
So just remember, I got videos coming out. They're already on the channel uploaded. I just got to finish doing the thumbnails and everything, and they'll be coming out throughout the week. Even some that I had not started yet that I was supposed to start, like Muyo Turyoji. I had missed 4 episodes of that, and I watched the first 3, so those will be up. But yeah, other than that, we're going to be doing the viewing parties. We're coming up with more ideas on special episodes for the podcast.
Yeah.
And we're going to come up with more stuff to try to interact with all of you.
Yeah, absolutely.
So just be on the lookout. We'll announce it on here or on the Discord or
everywhere.
The Facebook,
Everywhere.
Yep.
I've been slow to integrate Twitter as well, but we're getting to that.
The other thing on Twitter is my unboxings.
Okay, good.
Every time I get a new box, like tagging Ami in there.
Good.
So, yeah, we'll talk to you all in another couple of weeks.
Yeah, stay tuned to the channel. Keep supporting.
Yep.
We'll definitely get involved and be in touch. Look forward to more things coming up.
Yep.
All right.
So until then, I'm Roman.
Steven Sonosuke-sama signing off.
Bye.